scripts, no filters, no plan. Just pure, uncut Friday Night Mayhem. It's chaos, it's comedy. It's everything you shouldn't do. It's Friday Night Fuquery. It's Friday Fuquery. It's Friday Night Fuquery. It's chaos. It's comedy. It's everything you shouldn't do. It's Friday Night Fuquery.
Welcome, everyone, back to your favorite cubbyhole on the internet. It is indeed Friday. TGIF, everyone. Hope you had a good weekend. Or have a good weekend planned, rather, and had a decent week previous. It's been busy around here in Laura Owens land, as well as some other places. But before I say too much, because I'm not alone again this evening, and we're grateful for that, because this is a lot. And it's always nice to have fresh eyes on the situation. So welcome back to the show, Jeep Daddy. Round of applause. Where's my damn applause button? See, we're failing already.
I'm the disappointment.
I need staff.
Yeah,
I need staff. Happy Friday.
We just need to do better. Hi, happy Friday.
I know. And look what we have here. It's not very wintry down here in the lowlands yet, but you're sitting in snow there in the background.
I am. It may not be a real live background, just,
It may not be a live background?
It may not be a lot. Yeah, I know. This is.
Are you suggesting this is AI?
Actually, this is not AI. I have some AI for you later.
Oh,
but,
we like AI. Do you want to tease the AI now or later?
Oh no, we'll get to that eventually. We don't.
Okay, fine. All right.
We don't need to
don't let me forget because
we don't need to rush to the dipshittery components of this. But you know,
well, some people like to cut to the chase, but it is what it is.
There's plenty of dipshits around.
It's all quality dipshittery.
Correct.
From top to bottom and from young generation to old, at least as far as Laura Owens is concerned, because not only is she the gift that keeps on giving, and we're not at the holidays yet, but so are her parents. Oy vey. But before we get to that, I'm going to give Big Tiff Dog a big plug. Not a little plug, but a big plug. If you want to know more about the Owens financial nonsense, and there is a couple decades worth already. Big Tiff Dog has started her channel. She's got 2 episodes up. She did 2 lives already. I was partly around for one and couldn't check into all of it because I was in a meeting. But she has entered the YouTube fray, and bravo to her for that, and to IT Goatee Brad for setting her up. She's an amazing mind looking at the financial crazy crap. And I'll tell you now, it makes my eyes glaze over because numbers are not my friend. At least not past, about 4 or 12. Yeah. It's the artist's life for me. I can't count, and this is why I'm glad I don't have to balance a checkbook anymore, and my bank just keeps track of money coming in and going out.
I mean, you really should do a budget. Just
well,
PSA.
It's not that I don't do a budget. It's that I'm not sitting there filling out check registers of all my deposits and all of my expenditures. You know, like the old days?
Kind of do that in the budget. Yes, I remember. I'm old enough.
I know we are, aren't we?
I am a little older than you are. Just putting that out there.
Yeah,
but
as if a couple of months matters. I mean, in the case of vanishing twins, which Laura Owens claimed to have, that could be I could just be a vanishing twin.
It could be.
I could be. Yeah, I don't have one, but Some people thought my brother and I were twins, but no. Not even close. Not even close by a year and a half. So I digress. Where to start? Oh my goodness. So today, a couple things have landed in my lap today. And this one slightly annoyed me because the latecomers to the Laura Owens story, the bigger they are, it seems the more they get wrong. And then they start poking fun at the community. And maybe I should just play it and then I'll talk over it half the time because it annoyed me slightly. Hey Rob covered this earlier on his live stream just a couple hours previously on Mountain Time. So if you want to go see this and Hey Rob's take on this coverage of Laura Owens from Dark Hearts with Stacey Lee, you can go check out Rob's channel. Some others may have talked about it too. I only saw his because I was in his chat on my walk home from work. So I was making little digs as I was walking up the hill. It's like, this lady's got the facts wrong. But it's like, people. I know, big media, you just want to take the low-hanging fruit and run with a sensational story and ignore everybody who got the story there. And if it weren't for this community, in my opinion, that being all the bigwigs, including Dave Neal and Megan Fox and that umbrella guy, people on YouTube and on social media, as well as the Justice for Clayton community, the Reddit communities, and thousands, if not tens of thousands of eyes looking at all of these things, I don't think this case or story would have gotten to the 14 felony indictment counts in Maricopa County that it has. So I can't own it as much as some of the bigger players in this, but I mean, I have been looking at this for a year and a half and talking about it, but I took some of it as a little bit of a slap in the face where it's like, oh, anybody with a Ring camera and a microphone is just kind of being like these justice warriors that don't know anything about law. I'm like, now, wait a minute. Omar Serrato, the Tilted Lawyer, is a licensed attorney, and he has talked about the story. So you're going to tell me that other YouTubers who practice in law and other professions who have contributed sort of forensic analysis and medical opinions and other people who, you know, in their daily lives are professionals and professionals with licenses in many cases. You're going to tell me they're just, you know, random people wearing hoodies with a ring light and don't know what they're talking. Come on. Give the smart people of this community the credit they deserve and certainly have earned. So I'm going to start with
hoodie.
that. Is that a hoodie?
Yes,
I thought it was just a jumper. Well, I suppose that is a hoodie, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, my British humor is just...
hey, if people can sit and diagnose people over cameras and, you know, random
Yes.
news feeds and that sort of thing, why can't they do it here? Oh, wait, it doesn't serve their best interest? Oh, okay, fine.
Or at the very least, people
Yeah,
like me
fine.
whose profession has nothing to do with any of this nonsense, at least sit in intelligent judgmental status.
You
That's
and I
my
are just
excuse.
here to sit and, you know, well, you are here to try and entertain and torture me while I
And
drink
I think
and
the
make
people are
snarky
here for that.
comments.
I think the
They,
people
they
are here for
are.
your pain and suffering.
They usually. I may as well just go back to church if that's what I'm here for. But you know,
Self-flagellation is more Catholic than it is LDS, but that's beside the point.
well, yes. Anyway, please continue.
Self-loathing, on the other hand, well, okay,
Oh,
let's not get ahead of ourselves. So
yes.
that's not burying the lead at all, is
It's
it?
not. Yeah, no teaser at all there. But please,
No
yes.
teaser at all there. So this is what's the name of it? I just forgot it because I'm just distracted already. Dark Hearts with Stacey Lee, and this is her coverage of the Laura Owens thing. And I'll admit it, this thing's nearly half an hour long. I might skip through some of it because we've seen the body cam footage and get past her intro. So I mean, you know, I don't want to get hit by her either. But I kind of want to point out that, okay, lady, some of the things you're claiming as facts aren't quite right. And those of us who've lived with this story for a while know that. All you have to do is look past all of the snarky Reddit comments and all of the TikToks that people have done. The facts are all there. That's what we all use. Those of us who are actually commenting on this and have done so for a while. We're going to victimsoflauraowens.com. We're going to Justice for Clayton. We're looking at the Justice for Clayton Reddit, which also shares primarily the court documents and some other things content creators are sharing. because there's lots of crowdsourcing of information. Sometimes we're crowdsourcing money, like for Mike Maricini and to a certain extent Greg Gillespie. So yes, that does happen here, and I think it's a good thing for people to do who can. But we are crowdsourcing information. People like Hey Rob, who live in the Arizona Phoenix area, are getting court documents from the Maricopa County court system. People who are in San Francisco and working with people like Lauren Knighty were getting the court documents from Mike Maricini in San Francisco. It is literally grassroots efforts. So I take a little bit of umbrage when all of these, people dressed up very nicely on their cameras with well-produced stuff and looking well put together, and someone's written out their copy and they kind of giggle along to all the words because it's sort of the first time they're reading it on camera. I take a little bit offense, just a little bit. Maybe I'm sensitive. I'm told I'm sensitive, but come on.
Oh,
No, go right ahead. I'm sure everyone would love to hear your personal insights about the sort of person I am. Go ahead. Go right ahead.
You're as delicate of a snowflake as what is on the ground in this photo that I took from last year.
That looks like pretty crunchy snow to me.
Well, you are pretty crunchy. I mean, and that's why we get along.
It gets worse with age, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah, it sure does.
I hope I live long enough to be able to, with more gray hair than I have now. And Rob gave me a great compliment. He said, "Oh, you're so young." I'm like, Rob, I'm older than I look. If I can remember 80s Wham references that he seems to forget, I'm older than I look. My first musical playing device was not a tape player or a CD player. It was a phonograph. So there you go. Yeah, did you have any of those sorts of things like the Disney stories and the Disney songs on LP back in the day? Did you ever have any of that?
Yeah. I mean, and I even had like the 7 or 8 inch plastic tray things that sort of substituted as records with like the kids, Fisher Price
The
looking
Fisher
record
Price,
players and that sort of things.
Yeah, it was like the music box thing. Yeah, we had that too.
Yeah.
God,
so definitely. Yep. Those were the days indeed. Those little wax discs that were inside that when you pulled it, that's what actually played, sort of things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And my sister, what was it? What was the TV show? Oh, golly, it was old. It's not going to come to me because it's been too many years since I thought about it. My sister had this like play set of a TV show, and give me an old 80s TV show that was like a variety show and not Fame, but it was sort of like that. What was it? Okay, I'm not going to get it, so I better not dwell on it. But I would play with some of my sister's toys from that time period, and it had like cameras, and you just pretend you were doing the show. It was like this own little stage. Thanks, Rob, but I am older than I look, even though I'm not very gray yet. I'm good genetics there. I was screwed everywhere else, but never mind.
That's fine, Rob. I'll go ahead and count all of the gray hairs the next time I see him in person, and I'll report back on the next live stream that I'm invited to, if I'm even invited back after I pull such a stunt.
God!
The
real world stuff, I'm sure will sell like hotcakes. People like a little mystery, but they also like little peeks behind the curtain too. So I'm sure you will relish in such a role. Yes.
Oh, wait, sorry. Innocent Halo. Yeah, whatever. Please, we have a video to watch? Is that, what's going on?
Agent Smith, are you here? Okay. He might work for ICE. I don't know. All right. Yes. So here's the video. This is Stacey Lee, and this is her first foray into Laura Owens. And just to set it up a little further, I guess she was going to cover, this is like only a part 1 of what was going to be a part 2 for a single episode. And she was expecting to go to the trial and kind of follow up on it, but that's not the way this has gone. So I don't know. Some of the way she talks about this, I just scratched my head and go, what are you really trying to say here? It's just too many one-liners that just get in the way of it. Okay, here we go.
The police. Scottsdale Police. You see my badge? We're with the Scottsdale Police Department.
Okay.
Can you come out and talk with us, please?
No.
The county attorneys have a search warrant for your property, so we need you to come out.
Okay.
So if you need to get dressed or get a coat, whatever you need, I just need you to come out here with us.
I'm sorry, it's not even 7 in the morning. I'm not comfortable having you. I don't know who you guys are.
I just told you with the Scottsdale Police
I know,
Department.
but I'm not comfortable even opening my screen.
Okay, well,
We have contact with Laura. She's being hesitant to come out right now. We're working through it.
If you guys break in or something, I'm concerned about my parents. You guys have your guns drawn right now.
Our guns are not drawn. Nobody's
That
pointing.
looks like
Nobody
I can't tell.
Is
from this
anybody
screen.
pointing a gun at you?
You know what?
They say truth can start a war, but in this story, it wasn't truth that lit the fuse. It was a sonogram. A grainy black and white image glowing on a phone screen, floating across group chats, gossip pages, and tabloid thumbnails like a miracle wrapped in pixels. 2 heartbeats, 2 babies, she said. 2 tiny universes waiting to be born. And in a world where we believe what we scroll, where digital proof feels more real than medical charts, millions leaned in. Miracles make headlines. But the thing about miracles, they don't always survive the paperwork. And by the time this case reached a courthouse under the unbearable Arizona sun, the narrative cracked like cheap glass. No hospital records, no ultrasound trail, no heartbeat that wasn't generated by software. Just screenshots, accusations, and a Bachelor cast member standing bewildered in the wreckage of someone else's imagination. I would call it a scheme. This is...
Okay, I've got to pause it. How many rings she's got more rings than Liberace.
I mean, she's getting pretty dang darn close there.
Yeah, there's some bling bling there.
Okay.
She's already laughing at her one-liners, and I'm annoyed. I've already heard this twice, so this is time number 3, and I'm trying not to grind my teeth too much. We haven't even gotten to the stuff that really annoys me yet. This is just the intro.
I mean,
okay,
first of all, I wasn't quite prepared for what showed up on camera there.
I know. See, I mean, she's very well put.
This is a lot. This is a lot. But yes, please continue.
I want a set like that. I can't quite. Oh my God!
And how far into debt are you willing to go?
The black chair. She's sitting in the black chair. Okay, you remember that from the body cam footage? No,
yes.
Not that one. The black chair.
He has to sit in that one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't think she shows that. But
is my liver going to survive the next 20, 30 minutes of this?
Pace yourself. Do you have water sitting there?
Yeah, I do. And
my goodness.
And another one. Anyway.
Karen says Erica has more rings to be on. Yes, I'll bet the other hand is equally loaded. Okay, I'll try not to jump in too much, but we've got to talk about things so that it's at least fair use and value added. I can't just sit here like a stool pigeon for 28 minutes and not say anything. I know there's the Redditors especially. Will you shut up and just let it play? No, because we have to talk. That's the way the rules work. We're going to interject. Otherwise, they can be naughty and be mean and nasty and not let us talk about things like this or share it.
Yeah,
so
we don't need copyright strikes.
Folks. No, we don't need any copyright strikes. So I'm going to interject whether you like it or not. Fair warning.
A crazy story. The internet lapped it up, and influencers everywhere became afraid. A new fear was discovered. A fear that in the age of filters and AI, you don't need to grow a child to build a story. Sometimes you just need a JPEG and the courage of delusion. This is a modern fable about attention, obsession, and the dangers of seduction and sympathy. Once you're told you're carrying life, people don't ask for proof. They just want updates. This is the story of the Bachelor baby scammer. I'm your host, Stacey Lee. Let's begin.
Hurry up. I'll skip the intro a little bit.
This very much feels like a like one of those podcast story things. Like she's really trying to make a TV series out of it.
She's very well produced. I'll give her that. I'm a little bit too lazy.
It began not with sirens or statements or some explosive TikTok call out, but with paper. In a courthouse, a clerk stamped a case number. No drama, no commentary, just a filing in the state of Arizona by a woman who believed she could turn private intimacy into public leverage and make the world listen before the truth had time to stand up. Her name is Laura Owens, Scottsdale polished, social media fluent enough in legal language to assemble what looked at first glance like a meticulous, airtight accusation. In 2025, she filed a paternity suit naming former
It was
Bachelor
not
lead
2025.
Clayton Echard as the father of her unborn twins. I do not watch The Bachelor. I've never seen an episode. I don't know anything about the show, but this story caught my eye because of the sheer outrageousness of it. And here in the true crime community, social media is becoming such a player in the stories that we hear. I thought this one was worthy of telling. Laura claimed she was pregnant by a very well-known man. For Echard, a man who had already learned how quickly America can build someone up and pull them apart, who'd left the rose petal stage behind to build together a quieter life, the filing of this paperwork detonated like a landmine. In a moment, he was no longer a recovering reality star trying to be ordinary. He was a potential deadbeat father, a man allegedly running from responsibility, a villain drawn by someone else's hand. The tabloids sharpened their teeth. Reddit refreshed its pitchforks. And the algorithm, always hungry for scandal with a heartbeat, feasted. Echard wasn't accused. He was exposed.
Not Echard.
The public loves scandal even when the ink is still wet and the facts are still sleeping. Laura Owens, whether by design or instinct, positioned herself in the glow of sympathy, soft captions, emotional undertones, the whisper of betrayal, and the implied narrative of a woman wronged, holding the truth inside her body. There's nothing more powerful online than a woman claiming harm, unless it's a woman claiming motherhood and harm at the same time. It is sacred. And when someone like this woman does what they do, it fires me up enough to want to talk about it because it hurts other women. It hurts other women in these same positions. It steals credibility from real victims. And we know where scandal lives, scrutiny eventually follows. And scrutiny, unlike gossip, keeps receipts. Echard's legal team began peeling back the layers. Metadata told a different story than Laura's. Timestamps danced out of alignment, refusing to sit where timelines needed them to be. The images of sonograms she was putting out there were being devoured online. Technology, indifferent and unemotional, whispered its own testimony. These images did not come from where Laura said they did. Echard's team issued medical subpoenas. The clinic that Laura Owens claimed to have visited could not confirm her ultrasounds came from their machines. Now, of course, HIPAA comes into play there, but I think they were just asking, did these images come from your machine?
Okay. We've got to pause here
this
because
is
there's so much more
driving
to
me
it.
nuts. This is driving me crazy.
I mean, it grates on you already. And when you know what the facts of this are, it's even that much more infuriating because this is more than just some medical images didn't come back right. No, it started by her approaching him to be her realtor to find her some investment properties, which turned into a fling, which turned into this whole thing. All of that gets lost. And then all of that started because she was faking that she was pregnant by just peeing on a stick. It's not enough detail.
No.
It's not we're going for such broad strokes in the story just for the sake of the punchlines that the facts are getting lost already and we're not even at the good stuff yet.
I mean, to be fair, it takes a lot to unpack a lot of these nuances, and like that doesn't work for like a 25 to 30 minute segment, like what she's trying to put here. And
it sounds like this was going to be like an hour segment if this had already gone to trial and there was more to talk about. So she's really overly condensing the important things that led to just the initial interaction of these two individuals. And then the suspicious things that happened one evening when Clayton was getting a couple BJs that led to what Laura claimed was pregnancy. I mean, come on, who didn't take, high school science and health ed? It's like,
I mean, if that's some of these people have a different opinion about how some of that, sort of biology and things happen, but.
And usually they contest it on religious grounds.
Yes. I don't know.
So,
I feel like
she doesn't go there. She doesn't go there, but
yeah, I feel like you and others have done a much better job, even this far into a video, of summarizing the case. Like one of the first live streams that I ever joined here on this fine establishment of the channel was you did a phenomenal job of summarizing the thing for me. while I sat
and
here
I left
with like
so much out.
yeah,
Oh my
but I mean, it
God.
was like enough to get me caught up to speed where I could just be like staring at these videos and being like, "What the fuck?" and like
Yes.
be able to
And
join in on
that
some
would have been
snark.
more concise. A horse-loving podcaster turned wannabe investor sought out Clayton Eckert, a former bachelor, to buy some investment properties. They hooked up one night, had a couple oral arguments, and then she magically claimed she was pregnant and sued him for paternity. See, how long does that take?
It
But
doesn't,
she
and like I
didn't
feel
go
like
there.
no, and I mean I want to kind of shout out a little bit to Benny the Dog 19 commented earlier, like is she reading AI? Because this certainly sounds like a lot of AI fluff, and like again, I have a love hate relationship with AI and what it does and all that fun stuff. But yeah, like this just feels like it's
It's
extra
very heavily
calories,
scripted. It's
extra
very
calories.
heavily
Yeah,
scripted.
very,
She
very.
her delivery, however, is very convincing that it's very natural, but I'm watching her eyes and it looks like she's reading it. And when she kind of laughs at the end of sort of each of the one-liners, it's like, okay, someone might have written this for her. If it were a little more authentic, the giggling happens a little differently and it's not always in the same place. So
Depends on the
I was kind of
personality. Not this one
smelling
though.
I was kind of smelling some, okay, this is really produced. This is really ready to go on camera. We've got all the clips ready. We've got all this other editing done and all the graphics and artwork. So it's like, okay, she's very well put together in her presentation, but that doesn't make up for the loss of the important details of the story. And she gets some of the factual stuff about the trial wrong. And that's coming up. So we'll keep going. Yeah, I'm going to, this is why I want to do it, because I feel, having lived with this story and talked about it for a while now, you start to feel some ownership. It's like, no, we've got to correct the record here because this is not right.
Yep.
And when you know what the facts are, as most of us, myself, Lauren Knighty, Dave Neal, Megan Fox, that umbrella guy, Hey Rob, Tiff, there's others, Loud Little Ducky. I mean, there's dozens of us now, and more people are catching on every week, it seems like. We've all been part of this for a while. We know where the facts are. We know what they are, and we know if we stumble on something, 9 times out of 10, you'll have someone in chat that knows the details.
Right.
Or you can get it real fast on any of the factual websites. Victims of Laura Owens, All the Best Research and Timelines. Hay Bales and All the Best Research has a Padlet of the entire timeline. It's all there. There's no excuse not to have the facts.
Right. And then if you wanted to over summarize the thing, you drop all those things into ChatGPT or whatever your favorite AI agent thing is and be like, please summarize all the things, like, and
Please,
get your
computer
bullet
gods,
points. Yeah.
save my attention span and distill 12 years of crime into 5 paragraphs.
Do the beep bloops, to quote another famous YouTuber, do beep bloops with the computer things and like go and do the deals.
I don't know this.
One of my favorite YouTubers out there, totally not related to Laura Owens.
Well, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's a Vice Grip Garage. Derek is the host of that, and he's just sort of a humble, salt of the earth dude that just wrenches on cars and says crazy shit like that. And
do the beep boops. So he's a gearhead.
Beep bloops. He is a gearhead.
He doesn't want to worry about what the beep boops do. He just wants them to work.
No, he works on lightning makers and like the cargo boom boom things and all that stuff. So yeah. Oh my god.
Okay, half-ass fashion.
I just read the comment. That's great.
That's fair. I wasn't going to overly pick on her appearance because, like Megan Fox, she's got very put together hair. Megan Fox always gives her hair care tips, and she's talking about her hair and getting her massages. So I get that the ladies, when they're on camera, they're I don't give a shit. Here I am sitting in a white t-shirt and a hat. So. Some of them, they get really dolled up, and more power to them. I'm a dude, and I mean, I've got this. What am I going to do? Other than diet or something. Get all the grays out. I'm not going to do anything with it.
You could shave.
So I wasn't gonna knock her appearance too much, but that's not what bothered me. Other than it's just get the facts right, for the love of God. And we'll get there. I'll share the stuff that pissed me off the most because it's court record stuff that you shouldn't be messing up on. That's where I get pissed.
Technology was persuasive right off the bat, And this fueled Eckerd's legal team to continue. What had once been a legal document filed by Laura Owens now sat exposed as a performance with a fatal flaw. It forgot that in the age of digital machine, truth comes with audit logs. The legal question of paternity began to limp forward.
Is that a fair phrase? Audit logs. You're an IT guy.
My brain sort of just like, I don't know, went into airplane mode for a second when she said that. So
Were you disassociating?
Just a second. Like, so she says, in the age of digital technology, it was like, yes, because I'm going to need to drink to get through this. So, in the digital age, there's audit logs. I mean, to some degree, but like, I don't know. In the age of deep fakes and stuff like that, I just, like, it's there's way more nuance in a lot of that than it's just like, yes, this is the thing, sort of to do. And like, it's very clear, from the case history and stuff that you've and others have talked about. It's like, she just basically lifted other people's sonograms and put those and tried to pretend like they were hers.
Yes.
Like, and edit shit on the screen to make it look like that. I mean, so yeah, like, I don't think there are receipts that can be there, but I mean, it's also, if you have somebody who is competent, that sometimes those receipts can get, slightly scrubbed a little bit, or at least to not the watchful eye to, have that there. I don't know.
Not to foreshadow too much, but Stacey Lee here goes on to say, "Oh, this was all kind of out of AI." And it's like, no, none of this story and none of this case came out of AI. Other than maybe Laura using Chat GPT to help her write some filings or something. What she did, the fraud she committed was not based in AI. And so that was another thing that pissed me off. But we're not there yet, just like we're not there to the other things that piss me off.
Yeah.
I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
Maybe I should teleport you one of these and you'll be just fine.
No, my doctor would say, no, thank you.
Yeah, pish posh. What do you think?
I'll hit play. How about that?
Yeah, go for that.
We'll see how much more outraged I can be this evening.
Forward in the legal system, judges read the pleadings, lawyers questioned, public interest began to tire. The storm that had...
No, public interest did not tire. Not among this community. Oh, hell no. Every single little thing that happened, it enraged us more and caused us to act more. There was nothing waning and waxing here. And yes, Megan Fox does not wear a wig. That is all natural. And she's quite proud of it after she gets it done. And I don't blame her. Kind of reminds me of my mother's hair, somewhat. Yes. Sort of, kind of long and do all kinds of things with it. Okay, I'm just, reminiscing now. Not to be Joe Biden, but I'll bet Megan's hair smells nice too. I'm just guessing because Megan takes good care of her hair and she's rightfully proud of it. Okay, that's enough Megan Fox hair care tips.
Really, you went there? Okay.
I thought I would.
All right.
Because I know she would say, even Joe Biden would sniff my hair. I know she would say that. I mean, she leans a certain other direction, but I'm sure she would make that joke. It's like, my hair's so great, even Joe Biden wouldn't be able to resist it. This is the lady that stumbled over saying super tips, AI voices for super tits. And she says super tits with a T. And that's stuck for months. It's not going away. And
it sounds like something I would do just for joking. But
the irony is that she's got a very put together décolletage. The décolleté is very presentable, and a number of men kind of oogle her chest a little bit. So it's Megan is just like she's very proud of her family genetics have done well. And cousin Alex right here, who's a very attractive woman, that just proves that fact. So, lest I sound any more creepy talking about the Fox family than I already do, let's keep going.
Blown in with breathless certainty, suddenly seemed unsure of itself. And then, in June of 2024, the lawsuit collapsed. It was dismissed, not with scandal.
No, it was not dismissed. Wrong. Buzz. I don't have buzzer noises. Okay. Note to self, add buzzer noises to the soundboard.
Yeah, we need that good Family Feud, level buzzer noise.
I need the old-fashioned simplex klaxon siren fire alarm that just goes.
Yep,
I need that.
not with a tearful confession, but with a phrase lawyers know and defendants dread: insufficient evidentiary basis. Translate.
That was not how the June 10, 24 hearing ended. Not by a long shot. It resulted in a judgment in Clayton Eckert's favor. That's what happened. Now, one could say it was a dismissal of Laura Owens' paternity filing, because that was the case, was she was filing for paternity, and on top of that, wanting to talk to Clayton about scheduling a parenting plan, and, well, to a lesser degree, it's sort of kicked under the rug because that wasn't the crux of her modus operandi for Clayton, but also, child support, which does come up in the other guys' cases, especially Greg's. They talk about child support.
Any opportunity to grift some more money out of, out of a person.
Well,
I mean,
my view of the entire family is that they're grifters, and we'll talk about what Mama Owens has been up to after we're done with this. So stay tuned, everybody. This is more of an Owens family fest than it is about Laura necessarily. So there's more to come. We're just covering the latest highlights of people talking about this right now. Oh my God, we're only 7 minutes in. Holy hell.
Yep.
There is nothing here. And most stories would end there. A civil filing dissolved, reputations bruised, but recoverable.
No, it was not dissolved. Clayton was awarded fees and costs for her stupidity. And she was called by a judge, as a matter of law, she was called a fraud and a liar. In the judgment, the order of the court, the final order, declared she was not pregnant. She was never pregnant, and she knew she was not pregnant. That is none of what this lady is saying.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bring up the old court documents, but
yeah, she's just trying to make good YouTube. That's all.
She is. This is fluffing for content, and it's wrong. And that's why I feel so
based on true facts. Yeah, she's got about maybe 3 true facts in there, and everything else is bullshit.
That she probably got off of Reddit and went, "Oh, that's kind of funny. Let's see how I can expand that." No, do your homework. My God.
2 lives untangled and allowed to drift back into anonymity. But obsession does not dissolve with ink. And humiliation, real or perceived, has a way of sprouting into retaliation in the hands of a prosecutor who smells something more than embarrassment. Dismissals don't always close cases. Sometimes they wake them up. And when the court dropped the civil suit, somebody else picked up the pieces and asked a different question.
Because not only was Clayton awarded fees and costs, Laura, being Laura, decided to appeal it all the way up, and she lost all of her appeals too. That's also gotten lost in this. She was trying to fight and overturn the ruling that she was being called a fraud and a liar, and she failed. And that ballooned Clayton's awards to nearly $200,000 for fees and costs. It was not dismissed. It didn't just go away. It didn't just sort of evaporate, and then all of a sudden the state got interested. No, that's not how it happened. I'm pissed.
If this wasn't a misunderstanding, if this wasn't confusion, if this wasn't emotional chaos dressed as legal action, then what was it? And that is how a story that began on paper ended in a criminal referral, the quiet courtroom doors swinging open to reveal a new path, a darker one, paved not by heartbreak, but by alleged deceit. A lawsuit designed to extract financial and reputational capital suddenly rebranded itself in the eyes of the state as something far bolder: fraud, forgery, and perjury, a digital performance turned legal provocation. What Laura Owens did not realize is simple and devastating. Civil court can be a playground. Criminal court is a hunting ground.
I'll give her that one.
Look at all these stock photo video clip thingies.
Oh, I know. Isn't it great? We got stock baby photos and people looking.
There is a particular kind of confidence required to file a lawsuit accusing a former national TV heartthrob of secretly fathering your twins. It's bold and theatrical. It's giving main character energy, except the script was written by someone who skipped Act 2 and prayed the audience wouldn't notice. But
it may be an alliterative exercise at this point.
Yeah, and maybe practicing her script there with ChatGPT, or I shouldn't shit on ChatGPT, but just AI. some
It's
kind of
yeah.
really low grade AI nonsense.
Some of it you can tell she's doing on the cuff because she starts looking off camera a lot. But then the rest of it's like, okay, maybe some of the improv is not grounded in enough of living with this story enough to know the details off the cuff. So I can give her some grace to that point that, okay, she's just done, some quick, maybe 20 minutes. Oh, look at this. Oh, look, hey, there's this guy who's overly caffeinated named Dave Neal. I mean, she makes those kind of digs. Dave would take them in stride, but come on.
Civil court really is more of a sandbox compared to criminal court. And once the civil lawsuit deflated, Arizona prosecutors looked at the pieces, squinted, and essentially asked,
it didn't deflate.
No.
As part of the final order of the civil case, the paternity case, was the referral from Judge Julie Mata for criminal prosecution because she found as a matter of law that Laura had lied and perjured herself. That was the consequence of bringing the suit. And Gingriss's poor performance as her attorney and her perjuring herself under cross-examination on the stand. This might lead me to drinking. It might. This might do me in.
This is going to lead me to my next round, is what this is.
Do you want to? You could. You can Uber me some bitch beer. Just DoorDash me some bitch beer.
Yeah, I'll get you the whole case from Costco. You'll be just fine.
Oh no! Oh, that would be my undoing.
Okay, but what if this wasn't delusion? What if this was organized delusion with felony seasoning? And that's how Laura Owens found herself on the wrong side of a grand jury. 7 felony counts rolled out like a courtroom
Turned 14.
Costco deal.
See, that's how out of date
Fraudulent
she is.
schemes and
she doesn't know there's 14 felonies now. So this was probably produced weeks ago, weeks and weeks ago. She lied. Yes, somewhere I have that button. Let's see. It's if she gets paid for 50 cents for very good, Bruce. Very good.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, this is Dark Heart with Stacey Lee. That's the name of the channel. And again, she's very well produced. It's a very well packaged and put together from a production and presentation standpoint. But as is my view, and I think factually so, the facts are lacking, as is the important details of the story. And when she goes on to sort of condescendingly belittle some of the content creators whose work has gone into bringing the story to the place that it is, not just in the public, but before the state to be prosecuted criminally, it's a little bit insulting. And it's insulting to the very dangerous legal targets that people like Dave Neal were when Laura Owens was trying to sue him for, what was it, $100 million for defamation or some ridiculous number. And David Gingras was going, was bloviating and sort of his cockwalk posturing of, I'm going to make sure Laura's horse's grave on Dave Neal's land. That kind of bullshit. It doesn't acknowledge the hard work and difficult times that many people have had bringing this case to the public. With everyone on YouTube and all the content creators who have been targeted by Laura and David Gingras, every time they talked about this, getting false copyright strikes and trying to get their channels taken down so that Laura's story of fraud can be hidden in the darkness. That's insulting. It's insulting to the work and what so many people have endured. I mean, even people's like Loud Little Ducky very recently that David Gingras targeted because she filed a bar complaint against him and he decided to dox her. That's the level. There's some danger here. So the people kind of grabbing the low-hanging fruit and just clinging on to that just for their own content, not getting the story right. And then kind of, rubbing everyone's face who've worked on this for a while. It's not a good look.
Nope.
They can do better. And they can reach out to other creators. I'm sure if I really wanted to, I could reach out to Megan or Dave and probably have a conversation with them if there was some question I had where they might have an answer. Most of the people I've encountered here are extraordinarily generous people in both content creation and just people giving of their time and funds when we've gone out raising funds for people. So it's just, come on.
This whole thing just feels like a bunch of AI slop, to be perfectly honest. And there's part of me that wants to take the transcript from the YouTube channel and dump that into something like Zero GPT and get its analysis to see just how much of that nonsense has actually been AI generated. Because that's a really good tool. Like if I've used it for people who have tried to catfish me, through dating sites or whatever, and like it will come back and say like, this is like 90 some odd percent, AI generated content versus, and versus human written versus, like unknown or whatever. And it's like, yeah, I would just love to go through and just grab that whole text, dump it in there and see what actually is the deal.
Katie Pillar makes the good point. She makes the Sun story look like a Pulitzer. There are so many accurate summaries available that she could have referenced. This is totally sloppy work. I can't disagree with that. I mean, we're not halfway through, and I've had to correct a number of things already that are just factually wrong.
We're not halfway through
and there's
yet?
more.
Oh, my God.
No, we're at 9 minutes out of 28:14.
You really did just want to, like, completely destroy my Friday evening, didn't you?
Yes. And if we have to take a potty break at some point, we can make that happen.
We'll see. But please press play or fast forward. Play. And let's see. Yeah.
Most of my colleagues in this arena, they can go for 3 or 4 hours without batting an eye, and they must sit on a porcelain throne.
They must. Or it's either that or I have reached an age in which that is no longer possible.
You and me both. Never mind.
Artifices, which is Arizona's legal way of saying, oh, you weren't kidding, you planned this. Forgery, which is a class 4 felony, 4 counts of perjury, tampering with physical evidence. The indictment read like a plot twist no producer would touch because even reality television has standards.
Just wait, Bruce. She calls us a bunch of sort of hacks with ring lights. Well, I'm adding a couple words, but we'll get there. I'm determined to play most of this all the way through just because I get a little annoyed. So we'll get there.
And
determined
this
to do it because
wrote
it's going
itself
to
into
torture
a corner
me.
that only
Please continue.
prosecutors enjoy. By the time Laura Owens' indictments dropped on May 6, 2025, the internet was already wearing detective trench coats. Suddenly, every podcast host with a ring light became a surrogate district attorney.
See, every podcast host with a ring light became a surrogate district attorney. I mean, come on. No, we just followed the court documents and the evidence. Stop it. Stop.
Louder than the caffeinated courtroom bloodhound himself, Dave Neal. I
mean, how's that for a phrase? Caffeinated courtroom bloodhound himself, Dave Neal. Yoy. I mean, I don't think Dave is that caffeinated. I think he's quite lovable.
Dave Neal didn't just cover this case. He auditioned to narrate the Dateline episode. His video titles.
And then she's laughing at her own jokes. It's like every line's like got to have a giggle line at the end of it. It's like, come on. Is this your first time reading the copy? I don't get it.
Alone could power a treadmill. Fetal attraction.
Okay, I can't let that one go because that's Megan Fox. Megan Fox came up with fetal attraction. She compared the story. This was on one of her streams. And she says, God. This story's a lot like Fatal Attraction. Hey, wait a minute, it's Fetal Attraction. So that is all stealing from Megan Fox. And other people on bigger channels and in mainstream media have stolen that. So, okay, Bruce, yes, Dave is a little caffeinated, but he uses it so well. I mean, the Rush Hour podcast is just, I think, pretty balanced for all that. If he goes through that much Starbucks, it doesn't show to me. But I don't drink Starbucks, so I don't know.
You're better for
Ultrasound heist.
I have done nothing except get pregnant by the fucking Bachelor.
That was Laura Owens. She is not only under investigation, she's been charged with 7 felonies from the state of Arizona. I'm Dave Neal, a podcaster, stand-up comedian, and host of the Rush Hour podcast, and I am a star witness for the state of Arizona in their trial against Laura Owens. How the heck did we get here? It's so hard to share this story. We exposed medical fraud. She lied to our faces. She created fake journalists. She's very reckless in the crimes she has committed. She's not only threatened me with an $80 million defamation lawsuit, but also she sued me for harassment. She tried to get a restraining order on me. God bless the First Amendment. And I believe she'll end up suing me for emotional distress. I believe she'll do that because she's done that in the past to another victim of hers. So I'll tell you how we got here. Once this story went viral, once we shared it in our community, we found out that her previous victim, Greg Gillespie, his girlfriend at the time, Ashley, who now they are pregnant with their second child, his girlfriend at the time connected Greg to Clayton to say, hey, she's done this before. So we quickly realized we had a very interesting story on our hands. Clayton Eckerd reveals that they didn't even bump uglies, that they only had the, mouth version.
I love it.
You know what I'm talking about. And
Dave is
Clayton
so delicate.
said they did it twice in one night. Humble brag, Clayton. So, he says, look, I'm not a great guy, but I didn't knock her up, and he was willing to prove it, which sounds like an easy case. Well, maybe I'm an idiot, maybe I'm stubborn, maybe I love justice. A community came together, which is now called Justice for Clayton, JFC. And this community formed subreddits. They made websites, Instagram, Twitter, and they exposed and compiled all of Laura's lies. This will make every other Netflix documentary look like child's play. We have exposed hard evidence of her faking medical documents, stealing ultrasounds, one from her sister, one from a lady who lost one of her babies in a stillbirth in Texas. And Laura stole those ultrasounds. Laura still maintains her innocence. We did a mail-in campaign to get the county prosecutor of Maricopa County, Arizona, to look into her. Not only did the county prosecutor look into her, they ended up raiding her home.
If enthusiasm alone could secure convictions, Laura Owens would have been serving a double life sentence. But while the internet cackled like a Greek chorus, real lawyers were doing real lawyering.
There was more than cackling going on the internet. And several years of people making videos and lives and podcasting and bringing documents from the courthouse proves that. Years. What has this lady done? What has she done to contribute to this cause? Other than do her hair and makeup and get on camera in the last few weeks. Not much, I would dare say.
That's kind of some sort of impact, but yeah, okay.
It's insulting. It's insulting and it's somewhat degrading to, like I said earlier, to all the work people have done and being targets to these crazy people. I mean, she could still try and target people now. She's got no money to do it, but yeah, exactly, Bruce. This lady didn't help Dave get a lawyer, which Dave had to do. He spent a large chunk of money paying for a retainer when Laura Owens tried to sue him for defamation. And that was when David Jingers was saying, I'm going to graze Laura's horses on Dave's property. Once he's homeless, once he and his family and his then pregnant wife were going to be homeless. That's what he said, if I'm not mistaken. You can correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I believe that was the effect of what David was threatening with that bullshit against Dave Neal. This person, Jody, who is Stacy Lee of Dark Heart. Stacy Lee with Dark Heart is the name of the channel. I'm not sure if she's on other platforms, but this has been circulating around the interwebs lately. No, you don't need to give any extra views if you don't feel like it. That's why we're covering it here, because I want to cover what she's saying, as well as correct the record of all the things she gets wrong, and just point out how people who just walk into this because it's a story now, major media's picked it up, it's making the rounds on all the larger platforms and all the larger legacy media ways. People are getting it wrong. And then they go on and, kind of piss on the people like myself and people like Bruce, the Moose, and Dave and Megan and everyone that we've mentioned before. All of the work that these people have tirelessly donated, because very few people are doing this professionally. So, ping on them so that she can bring a 20-minute segment it's a little bit ridiculous. So, all right, well, let's get this done.
That's the problem with modern scandal. You have two legal systems. One runs on statutes, motions, and procedure. The other runs on thumbnails and emojis.
Stop it. Not thumbnails and emojis. No one in this business here on the content creation side is just using thumbnails and emojis. People are bringing the receipts.
Inside the home right now talking to your parents, and we have county detectives here.
County detectives here?
So I'm giving you an opportunity. I told you we have a search warrant for your property.
Then let me have my parents out here and my attorney on the phone. Because
listen to me. Just listen to me, okay? I've been nothing but respectful to you.
No, it's not even 7 o'clock in the morning. Let me just call my attorney, okay?
You can call your attorney.
I'm allowed to call my attorney.
Laura, we don't want to break your door.
She's calling her
I'm on the phone trying to call my attorney.
You know we have legal authority to break your door. We do not want to do that.
Okay, are you, David, do you know what's going on right now?
I can talk to you.
Hey, we got the county detective.
There's how many people are here?
A lot. Open the door.
Can I just...
We're going to cut the screen and come in if you don't get off the phone.
The screen isn't even credible. I'm on the phone with my attorney. I'll put him on the phone right now. This is my attorney, David Tinger. He can't stand up. You guys are gonna fall. He can't stand. Please, you're hurting me. You are hurting. No, you weren't. You were hurting me. I want to see my dad.
Handcuffs?
Yeah, that's what I want. I want to see my father.
Room.
You are hurting me. You are hurting me, and there's going to be a report for what you have done. I guarantee you, I will have bruises from this. I guarantee you, I will.
Laura.
Please.
Just son, Laura.
No, and I don't know where my mom is.
Put you in handcuffs. Just cooperate. Come on.
Four, 6, 8. There's going to be a report to the county. You guys realize that, right? This is before 7 o'clock in the morning. Any of their guns. I mean, I've literally never even seen a gun in my life.
Just don't let the dog get out and we got to deal with that nonsense. Okay. Let's go ahead and clear out of here.
We made entry. We're contacting the parents right now. You're good to move to the casita.
Laura Owens arrived in court on May 29th, 2025, offering a plea that was not apologetic, remorseful, or existential. She simply said, not guilty. Laura Owens' defense attorney stood beside her looking.
I want to hit Bruce's point here. While she's talking about pleas that aren't emotional or you're not going to make emotionally laden pleas. That's not how the system works. Her seeming ignorance of just basic judicial system functions is a little bit mind-boggling for someone who covers true crime. You plead guilty, not guilty, or in some cases, no contest. So the very idea that Laura's going to make this impassioned mea culpa as part of her plea, it's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. But to Bruce's point, I don't understand her point either, Bruce. You can't have a bad thumbnail and be correct. You can have a good thumbnail and be wrong. The truth is orthogonal. And that's, Bruce with the $5 cocktail words this evening.
Dang, nice.
It is Friday Night Fuquery, so make sure you have out your cocktail words. They can certainly get you extra points. And as soon as we get to the point of being able to have super chats and super stickers, and if I'm really feeling adventurous, super tips, not super tits. Mm-hmm. Now I make joke. Then we can have even more fun. Oh my goodness. Do you have anything to chime in, sir, or should I just get this over with?
Let's just please
get it done.
Please rip
her
the
done.
Wings off the fly already. Oh my God.
Get the bleached blonde done.
Like a man who woke up one day to learn his client's case was being publicly dissected by people who don't know the difference between probable cause and probable clout.
Bullshit. There are so many people that know what probable cause in this community. It's disgusting, especially by now. Probable clout. Yes, Laura Owens is a clout shark. She's absolutely right about that, but that's not how she phrased it. Oi.
Declared that Laura Owens was being punished for doing something embarrassing. And my personal favorite, for being emotionally vulnerable. But the court was not amused. Prosecutors didn't see trauma. They saw alleged fraud disguised as fertility. And there's nothing judges hate more than someone treating their courtroom like a stage. And Clayton Echard, a man once memed for being the most indecisive bachelor of all time, suddenly looked like the stable adult in the room. Online, jokes bloomed like flowers after the rain. Call Maury Povich. The state of Arizona has determined that was a lie. This is what happens when your baby daddy reveal is a legal summons. Even the ultrasound memes evolved, side-by-side images of real scans versus Laura's AI babies. People face-tuning twins.
They were not AI babies. They were stolen images. There is a difference. If anything was AI, it would have been the Fiverr logo that Dave Neal and Megan Fox found on Alive. If there's anything AI at all in any of this case. And whatever, help from ChatGPT Laura may be getting. But again, I digress. I'm going to digress a lot till this damn thing is over.
Into random photos. I mean, it was a lot. And yet beneath the jokes, one truth hummed quietly. The state wasn't laughing because while influencers saw a circus, prosecutors saw something else. A test case, a precedent, a warning shot fired at anyone who thinks digital deception is a harmless game. Arizona's message was clear. You can Photoshop your waist and you can filter your face, but if you try to filter the justice system, it will unfilter you. It really does feel like this.
That one didn't quite land very well.
State of Arizona is making a point with this case. And as Laura Owens left the courthouse that day.
Well, and this, to highlight this a little better, Rachel Juarez, the enemy, oh man, my words are going already. The Emmy-nominated hot bench Rachel Juarez, who was co-counsel for Mike Maricini in fighting Laura Owens and her, we believe, fraudulently obtained DVRO in San Francisco. Rachel very succinctly said in one of her many appearances, before she was part of the case, more directly, that the purpose of the judicial system is not just to punish, it's also to prevent. And that kind of gets a little bit lost in what this lady says here. I mean, she kind of takes it as like, well, this is the state kind of making an example out of her. And of course, David, early on when she was Laura was first indicted, I think that's who made those statements that, Laura was being vulnerable and she's just being punished for being vulnerable and all the for making a little mistake, a little minor perjury. No, this is someone who is calculating and has been doing this for years. This is not a one-off. Now, yes, the state of Arizona may be using her as an example, but that is part of the intent of the judicial system. And it's part of the intent in prosecuting. Deterrence is a key part of the judicial system. And if there's no reason to have deterrence, then there's no reason to prosecute crimes at all. Hey, Rob. Rob is in the chat. Nice to see you, Rob. Rob, I had to cover this one too because it chafed my bark, damn it. I was just annoyed at what this lady was presenting and just not presenting it very well. So I had to get it out of my system. It's been stuck in my craw all afternoon. So we're getting this out of the way.
And torture me at the same time. Because that's...
and torture Jeep Daddy too.
Yeah.
But that's your own doing, sir. I mean, you're my willing participant in this.
I did insanity. Click the link, but that's...
You did. You did. See, I wasn't really sure if you're going to show up tonight. It's like, if he's not here, I'll just go through this and I'll probably get it done faster. But then we wouldn't have our witty repartee. So
that is exactly right.
That's value added.
With her sunglasses on, her expression carved somewhere between indignation and disbelief. One thing was certain. This wasn't influencer drama anymore. The algorithm had done its part. Now it was the legal system's turn. And unlike the internet, judges don't get involved in the drama. They don't care about those details. And if there's one thing more relentless than a swarm of online detectives, it's a prosecutor who smells a high-profile conviction. Justice may be blind, but Laura Owens' ambition was not.
See, that's so dismissive of all the folks orbiting this thing around like looking into it and analyzing it, the legal minds, the commentary minds, it is just like she's totally trying to paint this thing as just like,
it's minimalizing quite a bit. And as Bruce very rightly says, because Bruce has been in this as long as just about everyone else has, the decision to prosecute was partially motivated by the public, which is absolutely true, because at Megan Fox's hand and her access to a fairly large audience over multiple channels, she formed a letter writing campaign to County Prosecutor Rachel Mitchell. And she suggested, well, don't just send emails, send actual pieces of paper, because by the nature of the office, because the Maricopa County Prosecutor's Office, the District Attorney's Office, whatever it is, they have to go through the mail. So the more mail they read from people who are concerned, not only constituents in their jurisdiction, but beyond, there were letters from around the world that ended up on the desk in the Maricopa County Prosecutor's Office. And it was that insistence, as well as the criminal referral from the paternity trial with Judge Mata, that perpetuated this forward for them to investigate. And when they finally did investigate, they found so much, there's probably going to be even more indictments than 14.
Bring it.
At least that's me. I mean, with all the crap happening financially in the family, are we going to see financial fraud charges with other family members or Laura? I mean, where does this end? It has opened them up to so much litigation process with all of their history, their decades history of dirty laundry and abuse and fraud, in my opinion, and allegedly. I think they're going to be the family that gets the biggest proctology exam of modern era. And it was started by people like us here looking at all of these pieces and talking about them. So, yes, her dismissiveness is not appreciated.
The courtroom had transcripts, filings, exhibits, and oath-bound testimony. By summer of 2025, this wasn't a lawsuit, it was content. And content...
It was content before then, dear lady.
Yeah.
Madam, it's been content for 2 years.
In our modern ecosystem doesn't aim to inform, it aims to feed. There were now 2 trials happening in parallel. One governed by law and evidence, the other governed by rumor and adrenaline. And
Bullshit. No.
Yep.
Everyone in this arena has been following every public court document and every scrap of evidence they could get their hands on. And it so much so that it helped form the cases for all of the attorneys involved. Not so much David Gingras, because he didn't seem to care about the facts. He just wanted to parrot Laura's stories and, that's before my time. He didn't invest much time, I don't believe, because, well, if he found out the truth, he would have been over a barrel. And she's been through, a dozen and a half attorneys already. 16 and counting, I think. So,
yeah, I mean, there was just one that just fell off the friggin' radar earlier this week. It was just like, nope, I got to bounce because reasons.
No, Jen, she was not the friend who was in the car when David got his DUI. It was a male friend who was in town from San Francisco or somewhere in Northern California, we believe. So no, it was not Laura, although many of us wished it was. Yes, Bruce, it's definitely a slop script.
Bruce, I have thoughts about that later, but I'm hoping to get to the end of this before I want to drown myself in the toilet.
Drown yourself in alcohol? Benny the dog says, I wrote my letter. Bravo, Benny, for being one of the many letter writers in the letter writing campaign to Rachel Mitchell to proceed on this thing. Oh, I'm just going to click through some comments while I'm stopped. So the content creators crapping on the content creators. What a bitch. There you go. I mean, Megan Fox has a bigger channel than this lady does. So there's that. Megan has 55,000 plus. This lady has about 33,000, which is not a small channel. That's why I call myself the cubbyhole, because I'm in a cubbyhole. I'm in a dormer window here in this little studio, and we're a small channel, at least for the time being. Many people think I should have a few 100,000 subscribers. We're not there yet. This is horrible. It's terrible. I'll channel my inner Rosalind Duke. It's horrible. It's terrible. I don't think I've ever heard someone try to explain something with so many punchlines. Yes, it gets a little bit tired and tropey, doesn't it? Yeah, she hasn't said much of substance, and I think that's kind of the bother. And when she does get to some of the substance, it's wrong. Timu
Crime. Yes.
That's great.
Yes.
That's great, Trinity H.
1000%.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
This is Black Heart with Stacey Lee. She does true crime stuff. I haven't looked at any of her other things to see how those go, but I have a feeling this is her usual flavor and style, which I think is going to be disappointing. But that's just my opinion based on this single presentation alone. She gave this story a blowjob.
Oh, that just means look. That means she put in that means she actually implies that she put in effort towards it, and I don't think that she put in effort.
Amount of effort, not much. She maybe saw a video or two. She found a couple TikTok clips. She probably saw this mostly on TikTok, would be my bet. And I know Dave Neal's had some success, hundreds of thousands of views on some of his stuff, talking about the story on his TikTok. I do have one. I haven't used it for anything. So the next time we stream, I may multi-stream. Now that StreamYard allows us to do multi-streams to multi-platforms, I may invade TikTok as well. So stay tuned, TikTok. Brace yourselves. The cubbyhole is coming for you. I'm getting so excited I can't talk. Okay, back to the video.
And if we're being honest, only one of those arenas had an audience that never sleeps. Enter the digital gladiators. Some wore suits and cited statutes. Others wore hoodies and cited Reddit threads posted.
Hoodie check. Everybody present your hoodies.
By someone named Justice Warrior 93. At the front of the commentary parade, Dave Neal, caffeinated legal drama sommelier, and
then she reuses the same thing again. Come on.
Unofficial mayor of Bachelor Nation Court. He didn't just cover developments, he narrated them like a man genetically engineered to metabolize legal drama into YouTube gold. He pored over filings with the intensity of a Vatican archivist. He screen shared PDFs like they were classified spy dossiers. In Dave Neal's universe, no scandal sleeps, and neither.
It's not dossiers, dossier.
Dossiers.
Stop
Jesus
it.
Christ.
I mean, sometimes I shouldn't be a grammar Nazi because I stumble over it myself, but at least get the fancy words right. Jesus.
Apparently, does he? People on TikTok were analyzing everything in the courtroom. She blinked 3 times during that denial. That's guilt in body language law. Oh, she used a lowercase I in her notes app. People that don't capitalize I have delusion. Like, I read these comments, you guys, is crazy.
Is all she do, is her thing just, I just look at what TikTok says and that's what I make my content based off of? Is that her shtick?
Maybe. Oh, well, with the side of AI analysis to be able to like pump out this bullshit script that's just, whatever.
Bruce might share your pain, Mr. Jeeps. If I had a cigarette for every one of her metaphors, I'd be dead.
If I had a drink for everyone,
you'd be unconscious, and then I'd have to call in a wellness check for you. That would be bad.
It would.
And then we could get body cam footage of that, and that could be entertaining.
Let's just stick with getting body cam footage of your neighbor when the cat starts hollering.
Very good. Okay.
The internet doesn't really do burden of proof. It runs on vibes.
Nope.
People were watching this trial really, really carefully. Was this real? Was that real? Was it old footage from another case? It's so hard to know what's authentic now. And the internet did not care enough to find out. Corrections are polite, but virality is feral. If you ever want to watch truth suffocate politely in the corner while rumor shotguns a Four Loko and climbs on the table screaming receipts, spend 15 minutes in a comment section labeled Bachelorgate. Laura Owens didn't
that's
stand
her
a
attempt
chance.
to sound wise and profound. Gag me.
I spent 15 minutes digging in the bowels of subreddits and inflammatory things that have nothing to do with the facts of the case. Oh, Bruce, I don't know. We don't know what she's talking. I'm not sure she knows what she's talking about.
She doesn't even know what she's talking about. Let's be real.
She's digging in Bachelorgate subreddits for content that somehow is related to this. I don't know. And then she's looking at TikTok comments, and TikTok makes me feel like I'm at a used car store and I need a shower. It's just, I don't know. I don't understand the younger generation on TikTok, especially the weird dances they do, and it's just all kind of. And all the rest of it, it's like people taking their clothes off to do like some sort of popularity battles or something. I don't know.
Depending on who that is, I probably wouldn't object, but
Well, yeah, if you like the softcore porn, I guess. But what's the point? I don't understand what TikTok battles are. See, it escapes me.
Just a notarized statement from God himself, and someone on TikTok would reply, "Yeah, but did you feel her vibes were off?"
Yikes.
Laura Owens then posted a statement saying she was being harassed, stalked, and tormented, and also digitally crucified. And somewhere in a law textbook, due process quietly began to shut its eyes.
No, because Laura was a liar. That's what happened, not because she was being crucified. I mean, her own actions are what crucified her because they were found to be fraudulent. Well, allegedly. Those of us who follow this story, we have made up our minds because we have lived with the story for so long, and I'm going to be repeating myself. We followed the facts. We know what the outcome is. So, and we know what the logical direction is of her criminal case. That's just what comes of living with these stories for a while and talking to people like Omar Serrato, people who work in the legal profession, and people like Rachel Juarez. The logical outcomes are clear where the case is likely to proceed. These are not just vibes.
Right. And this is where she is clearly missing the mark in this entire thing. At this commentator here of she's just washing everybody out as some sort of random YouTube commenter. And it's like, no, these are actually legal professionals that understand the fucking law and they're commenting on it. She is literally trying to just make views and make name for herself with this fluff.
Yeah, and it is a lot of fluff. And it may be just too much hairspray, I don't know. But like Bruce says, Laura had proper due process, which is true. The process has worked the way the process should. And in the case of due process, where Laura has opted to walk away from that, that results in certain consequences. When you bring a cause of action to a court as a plaintiff or as a petitioner, in the case of Mike Maricini, you have certain obligations. And if you don't follow those obligations through, they could leave you with more consequences than if you had not proceeded to begin with. And that's what happened in the case of Mike Maricini and Laura Owens trying to renew what we believe is a fraudulently had DVRO, where she claimed he was abusive and all sorts of other nasty physical things that I'd rather not repeat because we have covered that before. But there is a process. If you bring something fraudulently or in bad faith to the court, there are consequences that can happen to you. And sometimes those consequences can be severe depending on the knowledge in which you bring those actions to the court. So that is part of due process. I mean, yes, you as a petitioner can bring something to the court and try and litigate somebody else, but they also have a right constitutionally to a response. And that response can include everything from combating the charges themselves to filing for sanctions and fees for bringing a fraudulent course of action, which in our estimation of history with Laura Owens has been what she has done for over a decade. Just cause after cause that had no basis in law or fact or in reality. But this lady seems to, it escapes her. It seems to escape her entirely, the structure that surrounds this and the process involved in the process, which while, very few of us talking about this case are legal practitioners, most of us are smart enough where we can read a court filing, do some research, and figure out what it's saying. And if we can't
folks like Omar who have trained to do this, I mean, people like him are just like that. That is literally his day job.
That is his profession.
Yes.
And Omar has been extraordinarily generous, not only talking about the case, but bringing in other people to talk about it as well. And he's always got a very solid opinion. There are others. MG Law has talked about this case. He talks about it regularly every time something new happens. And he streams daily, practically in the evening. He's a practicing attorney in, I believe, Oklahoma City. There are other lawyers who practice who've talked about it. So don't give me this bullshit that it's just vibes and feelings and nebulous internet-y influencer bullshit. No, lady, stop it.
Law has to go back to the law, a case assembled by people with forensic certifications, not ring lights. They were looking at image hashes, metadata integrity, sworn records, and IP trace logs. Every screenshot Laura Owens allegedly provided, every file she saved, every date stamp she touched, those all became witnesses against her. Meanwhile, Dave Neal, bless his industrious soul, teased a possible interview with someone close to the defense. Which,
see, that one bothers me a little bit. That one bothers me because Dave has done his due diligence more than just about anybody else. It's so dismissive. It's so dismissive. Ay.
which in modern media language could mean anything from a paralegal to a barista who once saw Laura Owens order a latte. It's not malicious. It's just what the internet does. Narrates chaos as if it has a season pass to destiny.
Oh, shit. Maybe that's a good... Maybe we should stop there.
Look.
Maybe that's enough. I may have just saved us by hitting the wrong thing. You get what she's doing. She's not getting it right. She talks more about the trial that's not right. And she just... It's probably elevating my blood pressure, and I shouldn't do that. That'll upset my doctor and the meds I'm on.
Well,
so I don't know.
Need more meds.
Call...
Just like a good American, you need to live on medication.
Oh, Bruce, don't let that happen. No. Don't let that happen at all. I think let's cut her loose at that.
I have thoughts.
Okay, yes. You know where she's coming from. We get her style. We see where the flaws are in her process.
Yep.
Go for it.
In summary, so what I did while attempting to put up with this, also I fucking hate you for putting me through this tonight.
You're welcome. I don't have a button for that. That'll do.
One of these days I'll learn better than to accept your invitation to stream on a Friday night. But anyway,
you like it.
So what I did was I took the transcript from that. I found the video.
Oh, you did.
I dropped the entire transcript into Zero GPT, which is designed to suss out AI generated content. It didn't do all that great because of the way the YouTube transcripts auto generate.
They're a little messy.
The things, and it blends everything together so it doesn't distinguish necessarily between the clips of like LO with the police or whatever. So it just like kind of blobs it into a text. But what I also did was I put it into ChatGPT, and because I'm a tech nerd, I subscribe to ChatGPT Plus. So I'm like, here, strong models, go for it, figure out what this is, like tell me, all the things, summarize all of this. And a couple of interesting takeaways that I learned from analyzing this script, because it is capable of figuring out the difference between the video clip message, the text and transcripts, and the commentators transcripts. So its first opinion breakdown, it's very true crime YouTube sensationalism, dramatic metaphors, emotional framing. Oh my God, the narrative needs to build up. Repeating things over and over and over again, blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, so it's just trying to like give that documentary gravitas thing, but it's like it's it's kind of summary is it feels bloated, flowery, and trying too hard. So fucking write the fuck on, okay? And like podcast energy plus spoken word poetry plus legal gossip, that's the script. So her writing voice completely clashes with all the clips. This is point number 2. So like it's very, very clear, obviously, like as you're watching this, if you suffer like I have, thank you, Echoes, again, fuck all the way off for torturing me, but like you can really tell around like where like her like the truth is and the truth lies versus the fluff that that she is sort of like on there. Like it's like a fictionalized sort of thing, like the way it was pulling out some line, like ChatGPT pulling out some lines here of like justice may be blind, but Laura Owens' ambition was not. Fuck off. Like do you think you're doing something profound here? No, 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 no. You are literally out there trying to put on your face and put your wig on and blah, 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 and your nails and like, oh, I'm just, it's not journalism. This is not journalism. This is creative writing. This is like just trying to pad things, like which leads into point number 3 that it came up with of like her narrating takes like up to 50 words that need 5. Shut the fuck up. That like dismissals don't always need closed cases. Sometimes they wake up like, shut up, go away. Jesus Christ.
It's there's nothing of substance there. And More Love 444 says, y'all rip this lady apart, but praise Melissa Jade, who literally called Clayton Clay and literally called us cult members in her comments. Come on, this lady Stacy is actually trying and funny. To be fair, I have not seen anything of Melissa's yet. I know it's out there. I haven't caught up that far yet, but I know she has done some stuff. So before I make any commentary about Melissa, I want to watch it first before I make any before I pass my snarky judgment upon Melissa Jade.
So and a couple more.
I'm only talking about what I'm seeing in front of me here with Stacey Lee of Blackheart or whatever the heck it's called. And comparing that to what I know factually about this story and its trials and cases and the case law and case history and factual case history behind it.
Yeah.
I've been doing this long enough now where I've got a pretty good grasp on all the details. And if I'm stumbling to fill in a hole, I know where to find it. And as I've said earlier, Stacey Lee has not done the due diligence there to look at all of that information and be reflective of that.
Correct.
She's making kind of low-level jabs, poking at Dave, poking at content creators and other stuff. It's the pot calling the kettle black.
Right. And like
frankly.
part of the kind of the final analysis of like looking at this and like seeing it through through this lens of like, what is it that she's actually trying to do? It's like, this is just mixing in a significant amount of entertainment and moralizing. Cause like there's a lot of editorializing, scolding in a lot of ways, like turning some things into morality plays, inserting herself and her own commentary, appealing to this idea of like women who hurt women, which again, I'm not like, I'm a cisgendered male. Like, I don't mean to disparage any of that because it's real and everybody's stories are real, but like this feels very artificial, in a lot of these ways. And like throwing shade and like giving many TED Talks to try and like really sort of get this recap sort of scenario and like monologuing and playing towards the algorithm to get more likes and views and clicks and all the things. Cause like she's trying to get these little sound bites. So she's trying to get these little sound bites and like use emotionally like keywords and hooks and things to like, oh, I can get a clip from this, or I can go do this. And like suddenly something's going to be viral. And it's like, this is just, it's all fluff. It's all overwritten. It's dramatic. Like that's not this script has nothing to do with objectivity. It has nothing to do with concise narratives about what's going on here. And it just nothing about objectivity. It's just so much. It's just bullshit. It's 30 minutes. Like I will literally never get that 30 minutes, actually an hour and 30 minutes. Sorry. But I will never get that part of my life back. And like, that just brain rot, just fucking brain rot completely through and through.
Yes. Of course, More Love. Everyone's going to make their own commentary. However, so far, I haven't seen anything factual from Stacey Lee. She hasn't presented any of the trial documents. She hasn't presented any of the pleadings, any of the court orders. We have done that on this channel. I don't know if Melissa does. Again, I would have to review that before I make any legitimate comment. So, I mean, really, that's all I need to say on it. I'm going by what I see here. That's what we're talking about at the moment. You can ramble on about Melissa more, and mods have power to mute you if they find you a problem. So, just, I'm just going to be fair. and call
look,
it as I
like,
see it. I'm going to call the balls and strikes.
Yep. And look, I understand that Echoes and I are sitting here and ripping this video to pieces and all the things. But for good reason, because this person is attempting, who has more subscribers, probably because of her sensationalism and because of the presentation and long, gorgeous hair, blah, blah, blah. Like, she is literally attempting to go and disparage the people who are actually trying to bring light to this. And so, like, for those who, are taking offense or exception to this, like, there has to be there has to be some kind of objective lens put to this when you're actually talking about it. So, like, to come in and try and defend this and defend, like, it's just, I understand everybody's entitled to their opinion. It doesn't mean they're entitled to being correct. And this commentator that we just critiqued, not just roasted, but this was a legit critique. It's like, they're incorrect. So, like, if you can't deal with that, out. See ya. Bye.
Yeah, when there are factual problems, when you're getting the facts wrong. Like she said, the 2024 case with Clayton Echard was dismissed. That is factually incorrect.
It's not correct. It
is factually incorrect. That is
straight up.
To use a phrase from Megan Fox, that is poor journalism. And maybe
it's not journalism. It's bullshit. It's commentary. It's the same shit that they pull on the Fox Newses and even the MSNBCs of the world of just like, oh, I'm going to sit here and talk my opinion about it rather than talk about the actual facts at hand.
Right.
And the whole point of it is just to get more likes and to get your blue check mark and to get monetized. That's not sustainable. Fuck off. Fuck all the way off.
Yes.
Fuck off. Yeah.
All right. I think this lady and the resulting comments have elevated our excitement level enough for a Friday evening. So shall we move on to the next thing? I mean, we've been going at it. Do you need a break yet? Have I worn you out?
Maybe a little bit of an intermission. I look, I'm running out of alcohol, and I have a feeling I'm gonna need more based on like whatever it is you've got coming from.
Yes. So we've had enough talking about the latest updates and the coverage of this story. So while someone has a potty break and an alcohol refill break, I will take him off the screen. And we'll pivot to the next subject, which is, I'm going to give Tiff more plugs here. So let me see. Let me change tabs. Let me highlight this. Let me move this over. Big Tiff Dog, again, has started her channel, and she has been covering the bankruptcy and financial sides of the Owens, I want to say financial scandals. I don't think that would be too inappropriate to say. Tiff has been pretty blunt on how she calls the money. So we're going to throw Tiff a little bit of a bone. Not a little bit. But she has started her channel. She's got 2 episodes up and 2 lives. So Tiff is covering the bankruptcy stuff and the probate stuff that's been going on lately. And it's good stuff. It's very detailed. Tiff is a professional. She knows about property and money and those sorts of things. I forget exactly what it is she does, but she's been covering that. So make sure you, if you want to keep covering more in-depth Laura Owens and family Owens stuff, subscribe to Big Tiff Dog. Her channel details are also in the show notes for this evening. So check Tiff out. And what I wanted to do this evening is hit on a high level of some of the bankruptcy stuff. Because we've been talking about all of Laura's stuff, Laura's scandals and Laura's crimes and Laura's fraudulent stuff that she has 14 felony counts in Maricopa County for. But while all of that's going on, there's financial stuff going on. And it's not small financial stuff. Actually, it's big financial stuff. So what we have, and as Tiff has covered in a far better way than I ever will, is some of the stuff surrounding the family history of borrowing money from Jan Black, Elizabeth Ann Naylor Owens. Her mother's estate, the estate of Elizabeth Williams Naylor. And that estate is run by her brother, Mark, and his husband, Dr. Dale. It's here somewhere. Dr. Dale Gunn, MD. So, husband and husband run the Owens or the Naylor estate and have been dealing with the assets of the estate. Jan Black Elizabeth Ann Naylor Owens, has been regularly borrowing from that estate. And ironically, in so borrowing, she has not repaid from the borrowing. And what has happened while we've all been watching this stuff with Laura has been Jan Black going after her brother for estate stuff, which is kind of insane. So, the apple, as I've said, like mother, like daughter, I've said it so many times, I'm turning blue in the face by saying it. Like mother, like daughter, and the apple has not fallen far from the tree. So we have within the Owens family all sorts of documents and conversations about the Naylor estate. And oops, I'm scrolling around mindlessly because I'm not paying attention. We have where there's some estate settlements. We have lots of large amounts of money sitting around. We have the will and trust. I have actually read the will of Grandma. Is that what I want to call her? Grandma Naylor? I suppose that works if we want to look from the perspective of Laura. Grandma Naylor's estate that Jan Black, Mother Owens, has borrowed money from, has not paid back any of the money she's borrowed from the estate. And Jan Black has decided to sue her brother for more of the estate. Why, we don't know, other than that she seems to be a vindictive woman that taught her daughter everything she knows in being conniving and using the legal process and weaponizing it to try and get what you want. And so she's suing her brother for essentially the total value of the estate, nearly some $500,000. So as we just kind of peek through the documents, there's all sorts of back and forth. I'm trying to find some of the stuff, and it's probably further down, and it doesn't work very well, and I'm in full screen mode. So I'm going to peel it away from you for just a moment, and let's see if I can find some of the conversations where she begs her brother to borrow money from the estate. We see in that some of the same verbiage that Laura likes to use. And there's the itemized of the estate. Is it in here? Here we go. Promissory notes. So over the years, Jan Black, Laura's mother, has borrowed tens of thousands of dollars from her mother's estate. And again, she has not paid that money back. And the estate is still holding that and holding it with interest as you look through some of these documents. These documents can be found on victimsoflauraowens.com. So we're not hiding any secrets here. We are not just YouTubers with ring lights. We bring the receipts, folks. And that has been my goal since starting this channel and talking about other non-Laura Owens related content. So we don't just like running our mouths. Other channels do that. If you really want to hear people just run their mouths with nothing to do, you could follow the anti-what-the-hales media ecosystem. You could follow all of them if you just want to hear people rattling their traps and speak about nothing factually and engage in defamation wars that have resulted in a number of pending federal trials. So, are you back?
Yes.
You think so?
Well,
are you sure?
I mean, I've got a full glass over here, so yeah, I think I'm back in.
You filled the Jeep tank and you're ready to go a little more.
That is correct.
Excellent. Have you heard anything, or did you pull your earbuds out as I was rambling to?
Oh no, I've been listening quite in. Yes.
Okay. So I'm trying to find it, and this is so many pages. It's over 50 pages, and I'm trying to find some of the emails that Mother Owens was sending to her brother, begging for money, and I can't find. Oh, here we go. Here's one. Okay, so I've got to be in the right ballpark now. See, this is the crazy thing about some of this documentation. You're digging through. This is 78 pages. So you just have to find it. Yes. So here's an example.
Next time, send that to me, and I'll have ChatGPT do the things.
Oh, good God! I'm not going to send it to you now. That will take forever. Let's just go back to the email that I saw just a second ago. There's a promissory note. It was the one. It was just. I just want to get a flavor of her writing. Oh shoot! See, I should have looked at the number when I was. There's one. So this one. This is an email from Elizabeth Naylor, Ann Naylor Owens, aka Jan Black, Mother Owens, titled "Another Request," and this dates from December 13th of 2021. So about the time they were moving from San Francisco to Scottsdale. And I'm just going to read a little bit of this so you get a sense of the begging and the pleading and the the emotional manipulation that seems to run heavy in the Owens women side of things. Hi, Mark and Dale. Hope you guys have had a great weekend. I'm trying to cope with a lot on my plate right now, and unfortunately, could really use your help once again financially. This is like the second or third email she wrote. I am absolutely humiliated to be in a position of having to ask, but I don't know where else to turn and would very much appreciate you considering giving me another loan. I am $3,000 behind in fees due to the storage company that has our household goods in the Bay Area. Ron's $946 life insurance bill is due on the 18th. His $1,426 bill for long-term care insurance, his $1,500 bill for union medical insurance are due as well. I'm fighting a $5,000 bill for a biopsy he had, which was regrettably performed by an out-of-network lab. I'm also doing battle with the UCSF over a $1,000 medical bill, which our insurance covered and paid for, but which UCSF contends was taken back. I wonder why. I'm hopeful of resolving these things in my favor in these two cases, but not sure when what will happen. In the meantime, I have other expenses due, vet bills, maybe for horses, and some medical psychiatric expenses for Laura. Ooh. I wonder if anyone subpoenaed those medical records yet. We wonder. I've heard some rumors to that effect, but I'm not going to divulge them right now. And money is tighter than I'd like. Next paragraph. A pony we have for sale. Ooh, more horses. A pony we have for sale left at 5 p.m. 5 this morning. Sorry, 5 a.m. I'm editorializing a little too much. For a trial for a potential release or sale, we're receiving $5,000 to send her on trial for a month. If the people who have her on trial decide to buy her, we'll receive another $41,000 for a little horse.
Look,
Sweet
horses.
Jesus.
Look, horses are expensive. Like I was saying, maybe on a previous stream, like my sister-in-law was working on boarding horses, and the value of literally one of those animals was $500,000. And I'm not exaggerating. That horse was literally worth $500,000.
So the number of horses Laura has sort of sitting in inventory or potential buyers could help fund some of the expenses.
Yes. And they're not cheap. They're not cheap to board. They're not cheap to maintain. They're not cheap to like any of it.
We're hangry because we're out of scones and breadsticks, Bruce. Don't forget the breadsticks. And if I could, I'd be asking for breadstick money just to piss off David Gingras. You can laugh. It's okay. You don't have
to. I'll take you to Olive Garden. You can have all the breadsticks you want.
You know, that was the joke. That was sort of the joke, you know, unlimited breadsticks.
I mean, they're kind of good there, but, you know.
That's why I can't go there. It'll get me into trouble.
You and me both.
Yeah. Well, this is why I don't go. I mean, it's not great Italian to begin with, but the breadsticks are tolerable. Yeah. Oh, where was I? Yes. Oh, I did. Yeah. With all the horses that they have in inventory, I think the judgment debtor exam that's coming up for Laura, as well as her next criminal trial conference setting on December 2. All of these things are happening at the same time, folks, as well as I think David Gingras' next continuance date for his DUI. December 2 will be a busy day in Maricopa County. If you're in the area, you may want to drop by the courthouse just for some free entertainment. I'm just saying.
So I basically need to take December 2nd off to be on a YouTube stream with you for the entire day? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm not getting time off work for this. Are you kidding? I'll be castrated. That's not going to happen. That's a busy.
Yeah,
we're in the busy season. I'm trying to get project work done in addition to other service jobs.
Yeah. To your earlier points about like with Bruce and not having his balls fall off or something like that. Let's avoid that.
Exactly. Let's see. If they lease that particular pony, they'll get $20,000. I'm anticipating several thousand medical insurance reimbursements that have been delayed. Blah 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 blah. That should result in a payment at least $34,000. I mean, God, tens of thousands of dollars floating around with these people, like it's nothing. Additionally, Ron and I have a combined income of about $19,000 a month in pension and Social Security. We have the podcast, which is earning decent money from advertisers, $50,000 plus this year, which we expect to do even better next year, which is shocking because they recycled episodes supposedly. I'm not sure. I haven't looked into the one of these days I'm going to sit and go through all the podcast crap and see if I can chart where all of the recurring episodes are. Someone else may have done it. I just don't know about it. Bruce, you're a riot. My balls are destructive criticism. He's a riot. Bruce might be lubricated
I know
this evening.
There's a reason why I like you, Bruce.
Yes. Oh, Bruce is fun. And Bruce had finger gloves last night with Lauren. I was pointing out Bruce's finger gloves. You know, one of these days I should try them, see if I like them or not. I think it could be a thing, at least in wintertime. Oh, let's see. Let's get to our punchline here. Anyway, I hate to flood you with all of these details. Yeah, right. There's a reason you're flooding him with details. It's a pity grift. But hope you understand why I'm feeling anxious about all of this. If Ron had received the entire $60,000 settlement from KGO Radio, I wouldn't be in this position. In years past, I don't think that math quite works either. But again, I'm not good at math. In years past, he and I would have worked together to find a solution. However, since he's not working and is having some cognitive issues, I'm not sure about that one. I would very much appreciate another loan of $13,000 if that's at all possible. So at some point, you know, there's back and forth, there's promissory notes, and there's more back and forth. But she's borrowed money several times. They've entered into agreements for borrowing money. And since she decided to try and reopen probate and sue him for the rest of the estate, they've decided to fire back and say, oh, well, by the way, you know, all those loans, well, now we want you to repay them. So the family drama has proceeded on. This is more promissory notes for more of the loans. And it's resulted in her trying to have a hearing, a probate hearing on all of this to fight over who owes whom. Jan Black, Elizabeth Ann Naylor Owens, has declared by pleading that her brother has squandered the estate and hasn't given her due. And that's not how I've read the will. Again, if you want to see more detail and you want to have excellent analysis of all of this stuff, go visit Big Tiff Dog and her newly formed channel. Go subscribe to her channel. It will be growing. I know beyond a doubt that Tiff has more to talk about. So I don't know that I want to drone on about this other than that the family drama with money continues. And the stakes are going higher as the bankruptcy appears to be headed towards dismissal. Which means they're going to be up a creek trying to avoid creditors, probably including some attorneys would be my hunch.
It would seem so, given the previous attorneys, even the recent ones that left for professional reasons or whatever. Like the only reasonable one there is the whole, I can't, my clients may not be able to pay, or variety of other bankruptcy type filings that I know that you have discussed in previous streams.
For sure.
Yeah.
I suppose if I really wanted to put a nail in that particular coffin subject-wise, I would read her complaint to the court, which makes all sort of declarations of fraud that her brother's committed with the estate and so on and so forth. It uses a lot of the same language and attempted verbal jargon that Laura has used in some of her pleadings. So really my only point was to say, like mother, like daughter, and not only were they trying to go after money, they're trying to go after fame and fortune and attention and notoriety and all of those celebrity things. And it's like this cycle of insanity in their household genetically.
I mean, if everything about Ello's mom aligns to the shared psychosis that they have, it's no wonder that Ello's mom went after a local radio celebrity because she saw dollar signs in her head. I was
that's my belief.
Hey,
she was quite young.
Yeah.
She was, and she went to San Francisco from Albuquerque, New Mexico, where she grew up and where her brother still lives and runs the family estate, and allegedly started her career in fame and fortune on the radio right away, which I don't believe is true. She claims that she has a lot of awards. We have not been able to see any evidence she can claim those awards. Other than that, she was part of a team at KCBS in San Francisco as part of the reporting staff. And the whole station was given an award for this, that, and the other for coverage of the 1988, was that the Loma Prieta earthquake? I'm forgetting the details.
I don't.
Sorry,
there's too many. There's too many. Yeah, and there's too many earthquakes in California. No disrespect to California, but I can't keep fucking track of any of that
And
shit.
other than Bruce's crush on Sarah Dawn, which all of the internet knows, there are new DSG blogs, and we will talk about more ginger bites in just a second. And I'm not bringing you ginger bites this evening. Someone else is. So, that seems like a good segue, as clumsy and awkward as it is.
Oh, well. We're a couple hours in.
Would you care to indulge us with some ginger bites? Because, yes, guess what, folks? He's written another one today.
He did.
And, hey, Rob, bless his heart. Someone talked about it. Has someone written another blog on his law blog page? And Rob hadn't checked up on it today, but I went and checked as they said that and went, oh my God, he did. There's another one. Ginger Bites, brought to you by Gingras Law Office. No affiliation. This is not an endorsement. Thank you.
Oh, God, no.
This is not an endorsement. We are just observing, and we are commentating. It's not an endorsement of Gingras Law Offices at all, because David is facing his own problems with the bar and his DUI offense. That's enough in and of itself. Now, let me see. What did I do with those? Now I've got to bring that up. Is that in another tab? Oh, bugger. I'm going to have to go. Okay, you get to run the show for a minute while I grab that link from Teams again. Oh, my
Oh, for Christ's sakes. You're giving me way too much responsibility at this moment.
Yes, it's all you. Oh, it's all you. Oh, there we go. Wrong button.
All right. Oh, my God. I'm front and center. Okay.
Yes, you are. Enjoy.
All right. Well, yeah. Okay. So, Echoes told me about this new blog entry that that this dipshit David. I'm trying to come up with other little quippy things to call this asshat, and
instead of Dingus the douche canoe.
Yeah, that's your thing. I'm going to try to come up with my own.
It's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
I borrowed a lot of that from Megan Fox, but I've added to it, so it's Dingus the Dingus dipshit douche canoe. I mean, it just kind of gets longer.
Yeah, I just maybe dipshit for short because I feel like that's very appropriate. But anyway,
Omar calls him gingerbread.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
that's why it's ginger bites.
Yeah, ginger bites, and like when I first read this, I thought it was gingivitis because icky mouth stuff, like whatever. It's all seems to be very appropriate. Anyway, so I was turned on to this particular blog entry that this guy made. And I decided I didn't really want to read it because brain rot. So I decided to make ChatGPT read it for me and to get some high-level summaries out of it. Now, granted, I have not tasked my GPT account, with analyzing an awful lot of dipshits' blog entries and everything. But anyhow, I went ahead and dumped this blog into there and had a little back and forth and had some key takeaways that it was able to do. Also, because of my ADHD brain, I kind of needed it to distill it that way and like some standing orders that I have. So anyway, sort of the high level summary is that dipshit is calling out this guy, James Lee of the Arizona Bar, which is alias AZ Bar Guy, for still not filing the case that he's been loudly previewing for apparently 18 months. Dipshit suggests that Lee's threatened action against him would violate the First Amendment, his First Amendment rights, and he's drafted a federal complaint ready to go based on Ex parte Young and some USC code sort of nonsense. He publishes some excerpts of that draft complaint to emphasize that he can do it first if he wants to, which is sort of like a veiled threat in a lot of ways, at least the way that I'm interpreting how this analysis is coming out. Dipshit also cites some scholarly authority. Respect my authority from the Washington University Law Review to argue that judges can be compelled witnesses countering what he perceives as evasive behavior by this Judge Mata. Apologies if I'm screwing up that name.
Judge Julie Mata.
Yes,
you're right.
Yep. Okay. So like tone wise, the post is like a mix of legal seriousness with I take offense to him using snark because I'm a snarky fuck, and as is Echoes, so I don't want to be classed in the same
Guilty as
snarky
charged.
category as him. And like ending with some Friday update fun stuff with cat photos and blah, blah, blah. And I feel bad for the cat being included in his bullshit.
Justice for Aurora.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to say.
Me.
Justice for Aurora.
So
we need to have a cat intervention.
You're right. And I can probably use some of my family's kitten rescues and such to cleanse the palate. But so I want to call out a few assumptions that ChatGPT was using when I was having this discourse with it. So, so Dipshit's characterization of Lee's inactivity is based solely on his own observation. It cannot independently verify said court document. There is a law review expert that is intended as rhetorical reinforcement rather than a direct legal citation planned for the complaint. And then another assumption that the cat photos are unrelated and, you know, it's humor only. So whatever. There's no speculation used at all about the case merit or the ultimate outcome. So really, like, in the spirit of not giving a lot of credence to Dipshit here, I am not going to drain the blog posting. You are welcome to go and torture yourself on your own if you wish to go read it. There are screenshots and such included, but they're very selective and certain passages are highlighted, which of course I did factor into some of my prompts. ChatGPT being as, you know, like as Echoes is showing here, I'm sort of, you know, interacting with it to sort of like talk it off its ledge because there's apparently like something it found was a dog. I have no idea. But anyway.
That disturbs me that AI can't distinguish a cat from a dog.
I'm just saying. It can. I think it found that image, and I have no idea where it found it from because I'm just like, look at this fucking blog post and like whatever. So I feel like it's just hallucinations. Like, yeah, if you continue to scroll, there's like a picture of a dog. So I get it, but like, where did you fucking pull that from? So, anyway, Benny, I have enough, like, I might be a little buzzed, but I have enough self-respect right now to not torture myself with reading that entire, like, word vomit that Dipshit puts out on his website. Like,
I want to point out that yet again that and I sort of moved past it just a little bit, which is okay. That, see, I'm going back to his original blog to see if he put it there again, because it brought up Little Ducky, and I mean, Ducky's talked about how David doxed her. So since that came up as part of that analysis, I thought I would just mention that. Don't use anybody's private information for nefarious purposes. This is your warning there that you'll be harangued mercilessly by myself and others. If you use people like David doxing people like Ducky for bad purposes and do so yourself, you're going to be just shunned by the rest of us. So for what it's worth, I don't see that here in his original post. So why the hell where did it dig that up at?
It may have like gone into some deeper links.
It may have gone into like full-on AI hallucination mode, because I'm not seeing a dog in this, and I'm not seeing that thing about Ducky here.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
What I need to do, I will continue to have that conversation in this particular thread with ChatGPT because I'm really curious as to where it got that from, and also can it extrapolate all of the other blog posts? Because like, again, in full disclosure, this was kind of a last minute sort of like, dump this in, let's get the quick analysis. What do you think about this? So it had, like, I copied and pasted stuff out of those images.
You're going crazy.
I went in, like, thank you, ADHD hyperfocus mode. I just went straight in for all the things. So there's some this detail that's there. And for this chat, because I'm kind of a newbie / side commentator, snarky balcony person in this whole escapade, my instance of ChatGPT and what I've talked with it about it in this conversation does not have the full context of all of the world that is Laura Owens and David the dipshit and all of the things that are there. It was just kind of interesting to kind of pull out some of these key takeaways that Dingus the dipshit here posted in this particular last blog. And I was really curious to see what could be extracted out of those things.
Yeah, I'm not sure quite what it did with this. I'm not sure where it's pulling this from, where it's got part of the State Bar of Arizona, and then it's got some dog picture, and then it's not, I don't think it's in, which one is this? December 16, 2024. I think it's pulling from somewhere else. I can't remember that post, you guys, to be quite honest. I'm not sure if he actually titled a picture of a dog and put it Judge Mata, which of course would be inappropriate, and he's probably been written up about it already. So,
I mean, given this guy's reputation, it wouldn't surprise me that he's probably tried to pull some shit like this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, so is it really ChatGPT hallucination, or is it actually pulling and correlating something? That's probably some further conversation I need to have in that thread with said ChatGPT bot and see what it might quote as sources for that.
Oh, dear me. Whatever would we do?
Come back and have another live and talk about it, obviously.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Well, we've already been going for 2 hours. Can you believe it? How time flies when you're having fun.
Well, time blindness is also a thing of ADHD, so whatever.
Is it really?
It is.
I'll take your word for it.
So, was there anything else like beyond Ello and dipshit the douchebag, whatever?
Well, if you have not endured enough torture yet, we could go one more direction, or we could save that for another day. It's up to you.
I look, I got all the refills. I'm good. If the audience is interested in hanging around and
Well, I think we can officially say this will conclude the Owens coverage for today.
It will.
And everything therewith will just be a pair of snarky gays bitching.
More or less.
As if it hasn't been already.
I mean, Avi, yes.
So with that in mind, shall I just hit the button and we'll torture you a little further, but with an entirely different subject already. So folks, thanks for joining us for the Laura Owens and Mama Owens and financial part for this evening. We're going to pivot now to entirely different subject matter. So if you wish to tune to other places, I'm not sure who's streaming at the moment. If anybody else is, I don't know how to redirect you, even if I end the stream and look now. I don't think anyone else is on at the moment. So you can either hang around for the next part, which is just more craziness.
It's going to be more snarky,
our
bitchy.
Shared trauma.
Yeah.
Shared trauma of our darkened past.
There's
Talk
plenty.
about dark hearts. But
yes.
I'm not Stacey Lee.
Look, there's plenty of snarky, bitchy, I might cry live on camera. I don't know, but feel free to stick around and we'll see. We'll see what tortures Echoes
I'll hit
has.
the button, and I want to tease you with some of this because I've been waiting for years to tease you with this.
Oh,
so
damn.
Let me hit the segment intro. Yes. Fuck. Let me hit the segment intro so I can go dash for that and get another screen share ready. So hang on. Brace yourself.
We've got the best seats way up high, where the egos fall and the jokes can fly. We've seen it all, the triumphs, the flops, and we'll clap real slow when the curtain drops. We love the drama, crave the show, but darling, someone's gotta let them know. We're two snarky gay bitches, serving truth from the start. With a wink, a drink, and no filter at all. From curtain rise to curtain call, we'll roast your fave, we'll drag them all. Two snarky gay bitches, and we're having a ball. Your timing's a wreck. Your costume screaming, ooh, cut the check. But don't be bitter, we tease with love. We heckle like angels from up above. We're not mean, we're just observant. Seasoned, shady, and a bit subversive. If honesty hurts, then fetch the gauze. We're critics, darling, not Santa Claus. We're two snarky gay bitches, high on sass and applause. When the spotlight fades, we'll still steal the cause. So if you're brave, come take the stage, but don't act shocked when we engage. Two snarky gay bitches. Cue the laughter, cue the claws.
It's cute.
Isn't it though?
It's cute. I've got to bring us back. Okay, there we go. Hit buttons.
There we are.
I know. Okay, as if we didn't have enough to snark about with Laura Owens and the family. I can't help it. I want to see. I don't have it in me to do this whole thing. So if we need to do it all, we can, but not tonight. I just at least want to grease the skids.
You
with
have
history.
you have not told me what this is. So this is all on you.
You're gonna find out.
I know. I am. I'm gonna also doubly regret even agreeing to do this.
The pathway to hell is paved with regrets. That's not the phrase, but it works.
I thought it was good intentions, but okay. You can't just keep on going. Okay, tell me now. Let's go.
Oh my God. Okay. So just to set the stage for everyone else, since we're totally away from Owens insanity and Bachelor Nation insanity and all that stuff, we are going into a religious realm, which is how this channel started. And since I started this channel, I've wanted to pick this thing to pieces because it's been stuck in my craw for almost 20 years and I can't get over it. So this is something that the Mormon Church, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Yeah, they're not Mormons.
The full technical term.
Not Mormon.
We are not affiliated, and no longer are we affiliated. Some of us later than others. When did you sign your resignation? Do you want to admit that? Do you remember?
Lord. I have the letter upstairs. Had I known this was going to be part of the segment, I would absolutely have.
That's okay. This is totally off the cuff. I didn't. Truth be told, I didn't expect to take an hour and 50 minutes talking about. I thought, okay, let's look through the video really quick.
You tortured the shit out of me with that previous fucking video. Thank you for that.
And then let's talk a little bit about the bankruptcy. I thought, 45 minutes tops.
Yeah.
No. 2 hours later.
LOL. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to torture you tomorrow.
Folks, that's the nature of this business. You have you have intentions of you spend half hour, 45 minutes talking about it, and then move on to something else.
Yeah.
No, as those of you who follow Megan and Tug and others can attest, they can barely get through 5 pages in 3 hours. So I think if we get through some videos and some other pages, we're doing pretty good. But I don't quite have the gift to gab that Tug does. That man. He could read the phone book and make it interesting for 3, 4, 5 hours. It's a gift. He's got the natural. What is that? What's his ass in Brother Where Art Thou said the natural gift to gab or something. Remember that movie?
I need. Yes, I love the music from it. I thoroughly am in need of a rewatch.
Yeah, and not John Candy. Damn it, I've lost it. The large guy who plays the shyster and steals their money. Anyhow, he has some good choice phrases while they're sitting around slack-jawing. So this comes from Mormondom, the land of Utah, Salt Lake City, Utah, and it was something they had produced in about 2008. It was a youth event, and it's a musical extravaganza in good Mormon fashion. Are you ready for this? Oh, you're going to lose it. Hold on to your butts. Holy shit. We'll see if this
truly embodies the echoes of the tabernacle.
Yeah, we're going back to our
title
roots
of
here a
this-
little bit.
Yes,
We are.
Do
which
it.
may absolutely terrify my viewers. Oh my God.
Oh man,
This should bring back some viral
wink fest. Right? Oh God. Okay. Oh, a message to the youth. Oh, okay.
We may skip through some of this because it's just him talking. I want you to see the production. So, and actually, how this was originally, I saw the original recording of this before he starts talking.
Okay. Yeah.
This is not how it was originally broadcast. They did the whole musical presentation, with all the singing and dancing and all the culty Mormon musical stuff that only they can produce.
Yep.
That happens, and all of this other talky bit happens in the middle of it. So they chopped it up and moved it around so that they could use it for firesides at church for the kids.
Yeah.
So, of course, you can either use the talking or not use the talking and hear from the old geriatrics who are inspired by God. Okay, maybe I'll save some of my snark for a little bit later because I don't want to run out. There's a little bit to cover here.
But I'm not concerned about you running out, but please continue.
It seems like an ever living well, doesn't it?
I'm noticing the timestamp. Are you really going to sit here and torture me with the next hour?
No, I don't have it in me. This is an hour and 37. The whole thing. I don't have it in me. Not tonight.
You may very well have to call a welfare check if you put me through this next hour.
But we're going to hit on some things, and I want to play some of the song stuff for you.
All right.
And I think that's about all I have. And I may have to leave you for my own bathroom break, so you may have to suffer for a few minutes.
Great. Thank you.
I've been inhaling enough of my water jug this evening where I think now my time has come.
Oh, all right. Okay.
So, but I won't leave you on him just slack jawing as only one of these old Mormon men can do. But let's.
Jesus.
Hello to all of you.
Hello.
Wherever you are.
Oh my God.
You look so great.
To be with you tonight. Thousands here in the conference center in Salt Lake City, and many more thousands.
It's such a great and spacious building, isn't it?
Do you feel traumatized already?
I love you.
I'm back. I'm back.
You
it's just horrific, isn't it?
Great. I wish I could actually see all of you. But to the seen and unseen, I want you to know from the First Presidency and the Quorum of the 12 that we think you're the greatest.
Oh, God.
We're immensely proud of you.
You're the greatest.
And we
They say
thank
that
you
every
for
year
choosing
to
be
every set of
together
kids.
Tonight with us. We want you to have a safe and sane and wonderful New Year celebration and New Year and life. We want the very best for you. We always have.
Liar.
And we always will. Thanks for
as long as you stay in our
to live
cult.
the gospel.
Yeah.
Tonight
Stay on the straight and narrow path.
We
No,
can
it's the
have a lot
covenant
of fun,
path now.
and
That's
we
the
can
new
have
slogan.
terrific times
Stay
together.
on the
We
covenant
intend
path.
to do that tonight.
Okay.
But that can ultimately only be in ways that are consistent with the teachings of the Church of Jesus Christ.
Trademark applied.
In this church,
trademark.
as it
Have you had
says
enough
in
of
the
him?
Book
Should I
of
skip
Mormon,
ahead?
Oh
we
my
live
God. It's the
after
same dribble.
the manner
Every
heard
time.
happiness.
every time.
For decades.
It's not just that
The
we're
same
happy.
cadence,
We
the
live
same
in a way
phrases.
that leads
Same
to
words.
happiness.
It's all processed.
Those
It's all
of
run
us
through
who've
correlation.
lived a little longer
There's nothing they
and
say
walked
that hasn't
just a
been
little
seen
farther
by half a dozen
have
eyes,
come
if
to
not
know
more,
what
before it
does
even gets
and
said on
does
camera.
not make us
It is
happy.
so fake.
And what
How many
makes
people have we
happy
lost actually watching us now?
the
Because this is
gospel.
probably
That's
just
well,
like
20 or 30. That's okay.
Even
Yeah, okay.
That's
Yeah.
why we
At
dismissed
your
them for a reason.
You're only just beginning to learn
This is the
that.
pivot to
look
unrelated
at that.
subject matter.
yeah.
Thanks for wanting to do what's
They can
right and
choose.
for wanting to
Where
be
this is
in
just
a
for me to
good
torture
place
you.
to have some New
thank
Year's
you.
Eve fun.
And do you like the carving there in the
if
background
you
out
will,
of whatever plastic
I
or
would like you
plaster
to
or
go
whatever that
back
is?
nearly 600 years.
And then he goes into
to
a
the
story of
new-
Joan of Arc. We can skip some of that.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
he compares all of the kids to Joan of Arc and having to make all the hard choices for the religion.
He's about to put me to sleep.
He's chloroform on camera.
Yeah. Which is
so
most of the general authorities that talk, either, whether
yes.
it's a special fireside or whether it's general conference or any of that. Like,
Oh, John Goodman. Thank you, Fletcher Boy. That's the name I was looking for.
yeah. Yeah,
John Goodman.
yes.
Although I think Jeff
Thank you.
Holland here kind of looks like John Goodman too.
Yeah, well, John
Just a little
Goodman
older.
is, but John Goodman is a way better actor than this old
Than any of
wrinkled
these
raisin
guys.
is.
Oh yes. Let's see. He's just gonna
Prattle
go on forever. Oh, he does. You know how they can go on for minutes on end.
Oh God.
And you can imagine he uses, you know, a parallel story and equates it to having to be a good Mormon kid.
Oh,
So,
for fuck's sake.
oh, look at the poor deers.
Oh, I didn't touch myself for all those years.
Look at how
bullshit.
enthusiastic they are. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
See, they've been sold a bill of goods. We're gonna go to the conference center in downtown Salt Lake City, Utah, and have a good time. Oh, the old man's gonna talk.
Yeah.
This is part of our childhood, folks. That's why we're talking about this. We're processing some age-old trauma. It's cheaper than hiring a therapist. Or just for me to torture Daddy with.
Well,
could be
maybe
that too.
I'm just going to add this to my therapy agenda.
You could. Okay. Okay. Let's skip that entire thing. Let's get to the stuff that's interesting.
What's the time index that you had tagged to really fuck with me?
I don't. Where am I going? What are you asking?
Well, where's this music thing that you?
That's next.
Okay. Thank you.
So they start off, and again, how they broadcasted originally is not how it's set up here. So they start it with the whole musical presentation, and all the talking happens in the middle of it. So we go through a little package of a bunch of kids that are going to do the right thing this year and pledge themselves to Mormonism. So that's how they started, and then we jump as soon as
per usual.
Yeah, and then we break live.
And from here on Temple Square in Salt Lake City, we represent all of you in saying,
Here we go.
hello, and
Catch the
welcome
musical
to a
theming too.
brand new year.
Is this like the BYU Young Ambassadors or something? Like,
No, there's probably some in here, just for safety and security. You know, because when you have teenagers, they're not all vocally seasoned to be camera ready and that kind of thing.
well, yeah.
But like this young lady right here is Tommy Monson's granddaughter.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Okay.
you know the old farts grandchildren get to be front and center stage too.
well, those two at the
'Cause-
back kind of look like they're a little on the friendly side there
Oh
too.
wait,
and they
wait
kinda,
until you hear some of the accents in here too.
oh
It's great
dear
fun.
God. Okay.
Oh
All
my
right.
goodness. Yes. See, look, we haven't totally lost an audience because this is entertaining. Processing religious trauma is entertaining. Can we just
That's
admit
right.
that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
There
I
we
have
go.
a couple decades worth of religious trauma to process.
Yeah. Couple decades, bitch. Hold my beer.
Tested and tried through the fire of affliction.
Yeah, he's a fag.
Join hands and lift our arms.
Through the fire of affliction. It's like, is this Texas? Holy
He's
hell.
no, he's just a gay. But please continue.
There's more. You'll probably spot them any second now.
The vision before us, heaven's light open o'er us, and the promise of blessings we
I mean, they're everywhere. Swing a stick.
As a new generation, strong in our preparation,
Queer.
stand in our ranks and we'll go.
Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one.
The poor kids.
Oh my God. So they almost got to that evangelical level, like hand up in the air sort of thing. Almost.
2008.
That's
2008.
wow. Okay.
I know. It's
Wow.
like, what's going on in Mormonism? Holy hell, what
I
is this
know.
thing?
They're
This
not
was
supposed
sort of- I don't
to
think they've
stand
done
up and be
it
excited about things.
No, this was kind of a weird blip on the radar. And what caught my attention eons ago when this first came out, they had lots of behind the scenes video footage. There was like a documentary for the whole damn thing on top of this stuff. And what caught me was all the rehearsals with the orchestra. And I was comparing the recordings they had released to the stuff that was produced in the behind the scenes and some of the stuff here. And I realized that it isn't all live performances. It wasn't live every time. I'm like, oh my God, did they fake the entire soundtrack? And everything is just for show for the cameras? Because I found the same articulations, the same playing styles that were note for note exact, and went, wait a minute, this is not normal. So I was...
Did that really take you aback and surprise you, though?
For them, yes. To be putting all these kids up there having pre-recorded tracks. That surprised me.
Echoes. Bless your little heart.
Because they have like 60 kids in a faux orchestra up there. And they really are playing. It's just that what we hear isn't just them playing. There's some pre-recorded audio that they had produced earlier.
Well. Echoes, bless your little young heart. You just don't know.
I'm just a little naive.
You would... Yeah. Please. This is all canned. It's all pre-recorded. It's all high-produced, like all of that. Like, come on. Really?
Now, Melissa, I will say there's a high probability. I would say a 6 in 10 chance that they're gay if they're in musical theater, if not bigger. Now, there are some exceptions to that. People like... now, I've got to come up with an example. Okay, who's on Broadway that's not gay? Help me.
I can't.
Matthew Broderick. There's one.
Yeah, okay. All right, fine. All right.
Okay, Aussie guy. Wolverine, help me.
Logan. No, that's his stage name. Oh, do I need to go to ChatGPT to figure this out?
This is not good. This is not good. I can't even come up with names.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to go to ChatGPT live right now.
Oh my gosh. What can... it's right there. Just type Wolverine. Come on, just go for cast list.
Actors are not actually gay.
Oh, there you go. Do it that way.
Okay. All right. Let's see the live. Oh, short version. I can't give you a list of which Broadway actors aren't gay because sexual orientation is a sensitive personal attribute.
It's a calling card. Okay, I'm going to torture you some more so I can take a bathroom break. Now it's Jeep Daddy's show, and we're going to religiously torture him some more. So,
for God's sake,
hold please. I'll be back in just a flush.
God damn it! Okay, keep it.
Brothers and sisters.
Oh my God, brothers and sisters.
Young men and young women general presidents.
Okay, all right.
Charles W. Dahlquist and Sister Elaine S. Dalton.
What Echoes failed to tell you is I have no control over this video, so I'm just going to comment over it.
I said hello, everybody.
Oh, yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, hi. Welcome. Yeah, okay. All right.
You look so great, and we're so glad to be here with you. We want to personally welcome each and every one of you.
Hi, Melissa.
Wherever you are.
Oh,
you know, there's never been quite a gathering like this, Sister Dalton. Can you imagine 500 youth in the choir and the orchestra and backstage crew and thousands of youth participating all over the world?
This building can hold a full-sized Boeing 747 aircraft. Yes, I can imagine that. It's a big fucking building. Big deal.
Yes, and music to the ears and life to the whole being. That's what this celebration is all about.
Oh,
that
isn't
spirit
it though?
Also helps us to know that our Heavenly Father and His Son Jesus Christ love you.
Oh,
have a
do they?
special work for you to do during this brand new year of 2009.
The Spirit also helps us have the kind of fun that comes
This was like
from living
2008, I think,
sure
Melissa.
That all of you are here.
It feels like 1979. The schmoo that's like coating all the things here is very 1979, 1980s. But no, I think this is like 2008, I think is what Echoes said. Oh, look at that excited little boy. Oh my God. Okay. Bless his heart. They don't blink.
Well,
They're
I
all
think they
Stepford
heard
wives.
that all the way to Vladivostok in Russia.
Yeah.
Do you want to have the kind of fun that Sister Dalton is talking about? Good, clean, wholesome Latter-day Saint fun?
Clean and wholesome. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah.
Well,
Gag me with a spoon.
why didn't you say so? Because when you say yes to living the gospel, what you're really saying is, Jacob,
there are a million different places we could
Oh
be
my
tonight,
God.
where the feeling's not right, we don't see the light, but we would never go anywhere without compromise.
What? Oh my God. Okay. No. Okay. I'm literally going to take
Are you
echoes.
done yet?
You're back. I'm
Are you done
literally, I'm going to fucking wreck you the next time I see you.
See why I've held on to this for so damn long, all these years. Isn't
You're a
it
cunt.
precious?
You're a fucking cunt. I hate you. Fucking hate everything. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Yeah. Did we get to the chorus yet? I've walked in right in the middle of it.
No, we literally just started with this like Stepford boy here, like starting his. Oh my God, his little cute song that he's gonna do. Oh my God,
Stepford Mormon boy.
His little Jacob song. Oh my God. Oh fuck.
And of course, his name is Jacob.
I just want to. Okay, yeah, please continue. Okay, yeah, please.
But my friend, we're having good, clean, wholesome Latter-day Saint fun.
Is this part of it? Because like, look at that.
I can't.
Oh my God. I hate you. I hate you so much right now. I can't even fucking stand it. But please continue. Please continue.
Well, you know, I debated. I won't lie. I debated for half a second, taking my phone downstairs in the bathroom and pulling a Laura 90 and just started going in the chat. When she hangs Bruce out to dry when she goes down to the bathroom and just starts playing around in chat while Bruce is running her show. I thought if there's any good time to do it, it's this one. But that's how nice I'm being to you right now.
Listen, I recognize your charity, but I also recognize that this is almost my personal hell, and I fucking hate you so much right now.
But it's the elephant in the room.
It is. It totally is. It totally is. Listen, folks, whoever is stuck around watching this live stream, listen, look. This is like when you go to a restaurant and you're done with the appetizers and the entree, and the waiter's like, "Would you like some dessert?" This is it. This is it. This is dessert from Echoes from the Tabernacle.
It's not Friday Night Fuckery for nothing.
No. This is Friday Night Torture Fucking Jeep Daddy. Okay?
We haven't even gotten to the chorus of the song yet.
I know.
It's the best part.
Fucking
You'll love
stupid.
You'll love it.
Fucking stupid. But please continue.
We have not got to the punchline of the song.
By all means. Go.
And we don't think twice, there's joy before
Fuck.
us.
So if you feel like
I think that was supposed to be David, this guy.
Supposed to be.
I think so. It's not him, but I think he was being offered the part and he didn't take it. Would have been about the right age, I think. Here it comes.
we say yes, yes, yes to happiness, and then yes, we say yes to freedom and yes to hope.
Yes to freedom and yes to hope. Okay, all right.
When we're trying hard to do what's right, means we're gonna have that much fun tonight. We only wanna be our best, so we say yes.
Oh my God.
And here's our we got to make sure we have the ethnic quotient because
Yeah.
we don't want to be white bread Utah doesn't be considered racist, so we've got to have a couple affirmative action plants.
Yeah. The non-whites are allowed in the priesthood now. Okay. All right.
Well, only since 1978.
Christ almighty. Look, Jen, the couch fairy, there's a reason why this is still full. Well, I mean, it's not going to be full for very long. Let's just be real. Oh, okay. Oh my. Yeah, we've lost 20 viewers over this.
I'm okay with that.
Yes, of course they are. IB, absolutely. Watch any general conference. Can you pause this shit for a second? Like,
okay, they're done now.
Okay, look, listen, IB, they will literally like watch any general conference musical number where they feature
any Mormon Utah
the
thing.
Mormon Tabernacle Choir or BYU chorus or anything, and just take note of how many times they actually focus the camera on anybody who is not white.
It's very scripted. It's very designed.
very scripted, and like.
In a sea of white faces, you can pick them out.
Yep. Because, like, look at you take stock of the broad view of the choir, whichever it is, Motab or the BYU choruses, and then, like, take stock of how many white people are there. And then the close in shots that are going to feature Asian or Pacific American or African or any of that. Anything that's not white, they're going to focus the fucking camera on that person because it's like, oh, look, we're so diverse. And that whole second Nephi thing where the Lamanites aren't worthy to hold the Melchizedek priesthood, that is not there. And here's proof because they're in the fucking choir.
There you go. Colorado Canadian rightfully says music is not mystic. But it is used for such purposes. Why? Because it is much easier to manipulate emotionally when there's music. And it's a lot easier to have a musical subtext that can be manipulated emotionally within music.
Absolutely.
So much of the chloroform of Mormonism, quite frankly, is in its music. And I say that speaking from experience, as does Mr. Jeeps.
Same. Absolutely the same. Do I need to go get my children's music book out of the fucking garage?
Don't. You still have? Oh, you still have that stuff. Oh my god.
Oh, I do.
I don't think I have anything anymore. I think it's all gone now.
Jen, this was filmed at the great and spacious building known as the Conference Center in Salt Lake City, Utah, right on just adjacent,
just
Temple
across
Square.
the street from Temple Square. It's the big building across the street to the north of Temple Square.
Yep.
And they completed the building in 2001, and it seats about 21,000 people at capacity.
They bragged that it could fit the interior space of this room could Boeing 747.
That's what it is.
And a 747 is a very massive airship. I have the privilege of living near where the 747-8 was constructed, and if you ever have been around one of these absolutely massive airships, it's gobsmacking how big this is. And the church is bragging about how big this is. And yet in their doctrine, in the dreams that in I think First Nephi or something like that, where these great and spacious buildings exist, that they will that's the sin and the den of iniquity and off the beaten path. And yet they have built one that builds one of the largest aircrafts that exist on the planet.
It's
so
wild.
Okay. All right.
Have you had
Let's
enough?
go with that.
Should I stop
Let's go
there?
with that. No, let's please continue. I have
Well, I
plenty
was
of
skipping
alcohol
through.
left.
They talk for a while and talk about all the good works the youth are doing in the world, and the service trips, and bringing people into the Mormon church, and then they sing some more. And why she's standing up here by the sort of ad hoc orchestra, I don't know, but I guess that's what they decided to do.
We all have flaws. Famous last words.
And then they have some sync problems because the kids are just kids. All their imagery that they try to fit with their theology, which is just a bunch of garbage.
Just nature and pretty shots and the glorious
Sacred Grove shots of where Joseph Smith was appeared to by God and Jesus, according to their theology, which was revised about 4 or 5 times before it got published.
More or less.
We're not bitter. We just know things.
No,
I say that having served the church for too long.
Like the whole theme song, it's like, yeah, okay, well, we're not criticizing, we're just observant.
Yes.
So,
well, no, we are criticizing and we're being observant. It's not mutually exclusive.
Yeah, that is true.
And of course, in good Mormon fashion, to show how ecumenically we are established around the world, we have people from all over the world, including people with accents.
Either choose the right or choose the wrong. So I made my firm commitment that day. It's been amazing. I read the Book of Mormon, and I prayed. I literally prayed to see if it was true. And
this is not an endorsement of Mormonism. I will put that disclaimer out here right now.
By no means.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And then there's, it's just all this sort of speaking and talking and singing.
As Moroni taught, hope cometh of faith, and makes us sure and steadfast, always abounding in good works. May our seeds of faith continue to grow this year.
The poor kids.
You always have to have faith. Always. There's not 1 second a day.
Faith without works is dead. And yet, what do we see from said works?
Well, we missed that video cue.
Stepford children. Oh, look at that poor little gay boy there.
And he's probably married with 4 kids right now.
Probably because that's what he was obligated to do.
Yes, well, I know a little bit about that, don't I?
Don't you?
The poor kids.
It's funny that you did that outside of the context of the church. But,
I know, isn't that something? But I was still using that lens. It was still firmly in place.
Oh, of course it was. They have their claws into us pretty good.
Yes. Yes.
Gay. Oh, okay. All right.
Maybe a lesbian. We don't know.
Maybe a lesbian.
And they talk more about all the youth service projects, and there's more talking, and there's just more talking.
Gay.
So what are we talking about here?
Look at that queer.
Look at that hair.
Oh my God.
It's sort of a faux hawk. But he's a ginger.
I can't use the F word.
No, that might get me demonetized when I'm not even monetized yet.
You're not even monetized.
Some people would, be so bold, but that's them.
I think
I sometimes
it's
think
still
I'm gonna
safe to use the queer word, the Q word.
It may
be.
be.
Gay. Look at that. Okay.
You're terrible. Oh,
look, this is all you're doing. This is literally all you're doing.
Rejection for doing what they knew was right. This year, youth all over.
They seriously have made out backstage.
Am I my brother's keeper? By looking after each other in every imaginable way.
Oh, and then they talk about this.
Oh my God! They've totally.
Oh, I'm helping my disadvantaged brother go to church and do church things. I hate the pity.
Look,
the pity group they use too.
Look, IB, this is not Mormon propaganda. This is
well, it is
completely
in a way.
Snark. Well, yeah.
It's their
we
propaganda.
Are roasting the shit out of these stupid Mormon propaganda videos. Okay, so this doesn't qualify for your bingo card because it's Echoes and I completely roasting all the things and pointing out all of the little F-word people that are on this that just haven't really admitted that they want to take a complete dick up their ass.
A word that is phonetically similar to Italian for bassoon.
There you go.
There you go. That might be the best way around it, to be quite honest.
There you go.
That's why we call this segment, folks, Two Snarky Gays Bitching.
This isn't what you signed up for, but this is what you're getting in the last hour.
This is value added after 2 hours of Laura Owens.
Oh my God.
This is the bonus
decompression.
footage. This is the side B of the DVD. Maybe the laser disc.
This is totally
side B of the laser disc.
Yeah.
It's all the bloopers from Disney, with all the nasty things they didn't want you to see.
Disney's super gay, but whatever. It's up to you. You just, okay.
Profit, to get an education and attend seminary, to
and
save
do all
money
these
for
things.
And use their talents to
His
bless
voice
others
hasn't dropped yet.
And build the kingdom.
No,
and
neither of his
participate
balls,
in
but that's
school,
okay.
Scouting and
He's
community
maybe
activities.
16.
We're a busy bunch. And through it all,
13.
we find time
I
to
love the
care
looks
for
on
the
their
temple
faces.
by living the standards
Oh my God, I'm so
living the
intrigued.
standards of the gospel so we can go to the temple.
Jen, don't waste your time reading the Book of Mormon.
Please
Just
don't.
Summarize
Just
it
burn
with watch the South Park episode about Mormons. You'll be fine. Or watch that and then go and watch the Book of Mormon musical whenever it comes to your local town, or make the trip. You'll know everything you need to know. Everything you need to know. Everything you need to know.
Musical.
Yep.
That's one of the best.
Yep.
I would say if you go see the Book of Mormon Broadway musical, be it in New York City, where it's still on Broadway, if I'm not mistaken, or if it travels to your town on the bus and truck, there are great shows.
Just
bring a towel because you'll be laughing and crying your ass off. It is hysterical. If you aren't crying over how horrific Mormon life can be, and much of it is true, I speak from experience, having served a mission for the LDS Church. I won't tell all those stories tonight because we'll be here for the next 5
Echoes has more
hours.
experience in that, but I can 1,000% support that.
As a former Magic Mormon underwear wearing person, regrettably, I speak from a lot of experience.
Yep.
Too much. Perhaps.
Show up to the show. Just
Go
where depends.
see the Book of Mormon musical.
Look, go where your depends because you're going to piss yourself on a number of occasions.
It's hysterical. It is, and it's so funny because it's so true. That's the problem.
1,000%.
There's a lot of it that's right on the money.
Yep.
And yes, some of it is dramatized. Yes, because that's what musical theater is.
Well, that's what they do. But it's
when
also
you get a bunch of keep talking. I'm going to bring that clip up. I've had enough of this.
Yeah,
we're going to pivot to musicals now. Talk.
It
something.
puts
Do a
it.
dance.
Don't tell me what to do. I'll do what I want. Fuck you. No, like because so the Book of Mormon musical is a brainchild of Trey Parker, Matt Stone, the same people who are behind South Park, which I fully endorse. For whatever it's worth. And they also did a couple episodes, at least one that was really poignant on the Mormons in their South Park days. And 1,000%, it's accurate, like with a very snarky bent, which is probably why Echoes and I love it. It's not canon per se because, it's not, of course, endorsed by the Salt Lake Church or whatever.
They were quite vocal when it first came out.
That is correct.
The show can entertain you for an evening, but the Book of Mormon can change you for a lifetime or some bullshit like that they published.
Exactly.
As a response. It was ridiculous.
And I mean, there's a myriad of podcasts that completely deconstruct the Book of Mormon and the Mormon theology that are out there, like Bryce Blankenagel, unsolicited, unsponsored sort of plug. It's long form stuff, just saddle in because they're 2 or 3 hour episodes. But they're between him and what he's done, plus Trey and all of them, It is so good in deconstructing the absurdity of Mormonism and what it is and the bullshit. It's completely worth your time and your money to go see it. And if you can find it on a streaming service, go find that South Park episode on the Mormons, because dum 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 dum, and that will outline sort of like the core of what Echoes and I are talking about in this after party, if you will, and yeah, so that
I've got to play this one. Because this is a little too
did you
true
find
to
a
mission
thing?
life. Oh, I found a thing.
Oh,
I found a thing.
Okay, well.
Oh, not that thing.
No, not that. We already
tricks
heard
me.
that.
Okay, yeah, we've already done that. I
Christ
meant to
almighty.
kick that from the stage earlier, but I forgot. Because the quick change is so accurate. Okay, I'm going to turn into Just J Hip if I do this too much longer. So let's add this one. We're going to do some singing and dancing.
Here we go.
And then
all right.
and then maybe call it an evening at some point. I think I'm running out of voice, but I won't fib. There's a lot of gays in the MTC. That's the mission training center that all Mormon youth who serve a mission go to in Provo, Utah.
You have to go there to be indoctrinated into said.
Yes, they whip you into an evangelical Mormon fervor so you can go and serve it for 2 years. Mm-hmm. And, well, they're not so cut off these days like they were in my time, 20-some years ago.
Yeah.
No, like 24 years ago. Oh, God, am I that old? Holy hell.
Yes.
I had my 21st birthday.
Yes,
in
you
MTC.
are. Count your gay, your gray gay hairs.
I need it. Never mind. I better not admit to anything there. But there's a lot of gays running around in Mormondom. It's just, there's a reason why so many of them go into music and musical theater, and
obviously,
it's why they do numbers like this so well. And this just warms my heart. I haven't seen this one, but I've seen dozens of others. But the best part is the quick change. So let's see how this goes.
All right, let's see.
And there is a lot of there's not so much dancing, but there's a lot of singing. Oh, turn on the sound.
Yep.
Audio.
Shut it off.
I thought it was a good pick.
Yes. Turn it off. Light switch. Turn it off. Yep. Literally, this is not fake. This isn't fake. People, this is not fake.
Yep. It's true. That's what they want.
Yep.
Every time the Utah Jazz blues, he started drinking and I started thinking, how am I gonna keep my mom from getting abused? We were all scared and my soul was dying. My dad would say to me, now don't you dare start crying.
They're touching each other way too much to not be homoerotic.
It's a Ricky Little Mormon trick. Turn it off.
Yep. No. Mm-hmm. Yes, Jen. Certain feelings. Yeah. Certain feelings. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I thought she had time, so I got in line for the new iPhone at the Apple store. Lay there dying with my father and mother. Her very last words were,
Lord have mercy.
where is my brother? Turn it off! It was sad feelings of you. The fear that I might be cancer too.
Whatever, you had a cock in your mouth like 3 weeks before you went to the MTC. Shut the fuck up.
They were so lucky.
I know, right? Hashtag jealous.
Okay, I am going to pause it because I've got a story.
Right. Do you?
At least until recently, I think they've changed it. But when in my time there at the MTC in Provo, you showered in locker room type setting with the big tree that had multiple shower heads. And
like the whole round. Yeah.
So everyone saw everyone's everything.
Okay.
If that wasn't a test, I don't know what was. I'm just saying. There were lots of things to see, and some of it wasn't half bad. And that's probably all I should say on this stream.
Look, I went through basic training in the Army.
Yes, not much different. Communal living, and you're sharing shower space.
It's really not that much different. And goddamn, I loved what I saw.
I've heard tell that now there's like separate shower stalls, and they've got curtains. You know, the homophobia has gone even further in Mormonism.
Well, yes,
probably for reasons. There may have been assaults and attacks or things. Probably
they're doubling and tripling down, obviously, to
Of course. I'm going to finish this because it's too good.
Look, the new emperor is in place now, which we have confirmed family members that from his lineage that are as big a cocksuckers as all of us know. And
there you go. To say nothing of all the pedos, but that's another story for another
That's
day.
a whole nother live stream.
That's a whole nother can of worms. Wow, they're getting handsy.
Do it. Get in those pants. Oh, wait.
But that's not true! Being gay is bad, but lying is worse. So just realize you have a curable curse and turn it
The MTC is that gay.
You didn't pretend you are imagine them greatest being tiny boxes that find the box that's gay as corrupted. Okay? No. I'm not having any gay thoughts.
No, of course not.
They're not half bad.
Yeah.
Where's this? I'm just gonna see where did that come from? Someone named Jason Parker. Musical theater workshop produced in Melbourne. Wow.
Oh, that was down in Australia.
Wow. You don't see this show with that many guys in it usually. It's like, whoa, there's a whole there's a whole double gaggle of them.
It was pre-COVID when I watched that last.
Oh my God. Good show. I need to see it again.
Yeah, maybe the next time it's in Seattle, I'll drag your ass to that. And
Okay,
we'll go
fine.
see it.
Okay, fine. Just lure me into the big city. Why don't you?
Oh, the big city. Fuck off. You already live there.
Yeah, just tell everybody.
I'm the one in the I'm the one in the suburbs, okay? And looking to
Okay,
move
fine.
further away from the suburbs.
You've
So
disappeared. Have you collapsed? Have
don't
I tortured you
I've
so badly you're in an inebriated state behind the couch?
I have fallen into the snow that is in my photo.
Oh, what does Melissa have? There's a song by JP called I'm Not Gay that could be dubbed over this. Okay, I might have to look that up later and see what we can do.
Yeah. Share a link. Seriously.
There might be other stories that we could cover on this channel that might work with that. No, they're not convincing me either, Jen.
we have an opportunity here, I think. Okay, I'm
We've
coming
hit an
back into
all-time
frame.
low. We've hit an all-time low.
An all-time low. Okay, I'm back in. Like I have
Blow?
reappeared from the
Okay,
universe.
the only one allowed to do blowing is Laura Owens. Oh God! Don't pull a Nick Ricade on me, please.
I'm not planning on it. The worst I do is
good.
the booze. Okay.
Good. No, I don't need that on my channel. That's for other people's problems.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Don't make me go back to the poor Mormon kids. Put you back in your place.
Oh God, bless their little hearts. Anyway, I want to rescue all of them.
That's an idea. That's an idea. We just need to start a rescue society for the Mormon youth who participate non-consensually in the insanity.
Exactly.
Because they don't. And that's one of my biggest gripes of Mormonism as a structure. Yeah. Aside from the fact that it falls under the have you heard of Stephen Hason's harm continuum and what's the first part of it? It's gone. Wow, it must be Friday. The bite model of authoritarian control. That's what it is.
No.
We're going to have to talk about that. If we ever talk about other Mormon things, we're going to have to talk about the bite model and the harm continuum and how that relates to high demand religions such as Mormonism that we have suffered through.
Okay, we'll make sure I'm well medicated, well caffeinated, and
well alcohol, well for snickered.
It's not 10 o'clock.
Well for snickered.
In the Seattle area where I had to drink to put up with your bullshit for the last 3 hours.
Maybe this is our clue to call it a night. It's getting into the wee hours of the evening. If we go any longer, I'm going to turn into a pumpkin, and nobody wants to see that on this channel. You're right, Jen. There are very good ex-Mormon podcasts, and I follow most of them. That's how I started this channel, and that's where I thought I was going. But it didn't really land much attention because all of those people already in it are so damn good. There's no competing with them. And actually some others, and I'm not going to tell tales out of school, some of the big ones actually are in this area and broadcast behind enemy lines, not far up the street from where we're at here. I haven't crossed paths with them yet, but I know who they are. I know where they live. I sound like a stalker, but I don't. I just know what town they live in. And I genuflect to one of them in particular because he's a bigwig. And every time I drive through that town on the corridor, and I just, okay, namaste in that direction because I feel the energy of that man's greatness, even when he's not on the air at the time. There are some legends, and some of them are in this area, shockingly.
Yes.
One of them lived in this area and then moved back to Utah for some stupid reason.
We do have some legends in the greater Seattle area, and also in there are some people doing the good work within the SLC area. I have to hand it to those folks.
And that's why I decided not to keep going that route here, because most of them bring in guests from the Mormon Dome, and that's hard to do up here. We're not in it.
It's a little more difficult.
I can't be John DeLynn on Mormon stories and bring a new face in to tell their Mormon story and how they got out of it every day.
No. We've
not
got to figure out
for me.
We'll have to figure out our own path.
Well, I know.
For that.
Well, here we've got a little bit of a path with Laura Owens. I like true crime stuff.
A bit.
It's fascinating. I should have been a lawyer. If I were smart, I could have made more money than I do now with what I do.
Yeah, well, your family path was going to be a psychiatrist, and that
or healthcare.
Yes,
but Oh God, the poking and the pricking and all the stuff you have to do in healthcare. No. I don't like any of that stuff, and I just kind of get queasy at the sight of my own bleeding. When they do things at the doctor's office. No, healthcare was not in my plan. At least not hands-on healthcare. Dealing with people's problems, like my father did before he retired. Yeah. And that's the other secret. I'll drop another crumb for my future doxers. That's kind of how I know about some psychology things. It runs in the family. Yeah. And I've got other family in healthcare, and we talk about all kinds of things. So I get some of that side of it too. So I can cover a little bit like Laura Knighty, even though I'm not a psychiatric evaluator like she is down in Florida. But we've got resources in the periphery if I really want to lean on them. But
I would love to be a fly on the wall at Echo's Thanksgiving dinner, where
nothing is sacred. I'll tell you that.
Where all of the racist brothers and uncles and all of the people show up, and I'm just like, I'm going to sit there with my iPad and I'm going to fucking take notes.
No, I would see. This is the thing with some of my family. I wouldn't be near them without a body camera. I just wouldn't. Not this day.
I mean, obviously, yeah.
There's some of them are off the deep end, and
yes.
My one of my crazy uncles. My mother never let us stay in any room alone with him. So there's that.
But you get to as much as you get to torture me with all of this shit that you've done over the last 3 hours. So I
hit the high water mark.
You also
I'm gonna have to find more now.
I get to be entertained by your family's bullshit because I feel like that's
be a regular segment now.
Adequate. That's adequate payment for what you put me through.
Oh, well, you're just going to take your pound of flesh tomorrow. That's just the way it's going to be.
More or less.
I know. I'm not buying you lunch, though.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. We better call this before we get ourselves into trouble.
Probably.
If we haven't already.
Yeah, this is going to be on the list, like YouTube's list. I've already used. I have already used a bunch of different verbiage that probably is not.
I just got a notification from Twitter.
Uh-oh.
We weren't broadcasting on Twitter. I have to have a premium Twitter account.
Well, what's that stupid box on the side of my screen here that I thought we were...
I don't know. It's just, I've got a red exclamation point and it's Twitter and it says a premium account on your X Twitter. See what? That's why I call it Twitter, because I still call it Twitter. Is required to create live broadcasts on their platform. Please upgrade to a premium subscription on X, Twitter, or stream to a different destination. Okay,
sure. Give Elmo Musk $8 a month to
my experiment has failed being simulcast, but that's okay.
No, that's fine. All right, that's fine. You got data from your experiment, and we're not going to do that again.
And we'll evaluate. Maybe I'll set up my my TikTok thingy. My tiki-talkie.
Your thingy?
My thingy.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, my God. I like Jen and her thing here. Fly on the wall is my dream job. I've been trying to do that to my detractors for a long time, and I've been slightly successful, but I'll keep the rest of that to myself before I get myself into more trouble.
That might be more echoes from said tabernacle in a future series.
I've got one more publication to release on a certain Facebook page.
Ooh.
One more, and I think that might conclude it for now until they do more stupid things.
I look forward to that moment.
Jeremy Hales isn't the only one with people after him. I am too. We're kindred spirits here, but luckily the ones after me aren't quite as stupid as the ones after him, and getting themselves into federal crime territory.
Oh,
we might talk about some Hales stuff because
that seems like a very excellent segue out of the Laura Owens bullshit into other legal nonsense
that's going on right now, and
with
Megan
a dessert
been
of our Mormon shit.
Like every day they're covering it.
Well, yes,
there's like a dozen cases with
there's
all the paperwork.
The field is ripe and ready to harvest.
Yes, I know.
And we are called to the work. So thrust in your sickle with all of your might.
Oh, Lord, there's an image. And as Jen says, this stream, turn it off. And I think on that very, very appropriate note,
thank you, Jen.
As the viewership continues to dwindle and we can't shut the hell up.
Oh, and ye are called to the work. Okay, well, ye are called to go to bed.
Yeah, because we've got things to do. We've got much to accomplish tomorrow.
That is true.
Oh my Lord. Okay. All right.
Y'all have been amazing. Thank you again, Echoes, for inviting me.
Thanks for hanging on, people. Hit the like,
thank you.
subscribe.
Yeah.
Go to all of our partners
things.
in crime who are covering Laura Owens right now. Go visit them. Look at all the bankruptcy stuff. Look at all the case stuff. Don't just listen to the big talking heads who just come up with cute turns of phrases. We'll bring it full circle and say thanks for joining us again here in the cubbyhole, everybody. And until next time, which might be as soon as Sunday with how things are going. Until then, stay tuned. Good night, everybody.
Good night.